places that Muslims will go to visit. It is my distinguished honor and pleasure to bring to you our dear Imam Samir Sattar, CEO and President of Sara International Travel. My dear brother, Imam Samir Sattar.
بارك الله فيكم. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له واشهد ان لا اله الا الله وحده لا شريك له واشهد ان محمدا عبده ورسوله ارسله الله تعالى بالحق بشيرا ونذيرا. My beloved brothers, my beloved sisters, do for Rahman. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. All praise, all thanks are for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We praise Him and we glorify Him. We thank Allah for all the bounties and all the favors that He has granted us from time to time. And we testify that Allah is one, He has no associate, He has no partners. And we further testify that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is the last and final messenger who Allah has sent into this world to teach mankind a better way of life. To you for Rahman, guest of the most merciful one. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. First and foremost, I would like to take the opportunity to thank all of you for the love that you have shared with us over the past couple of days on the return of that to Allah. From Allah, we all came from Allah. We belong to Allah. And we will return to Allah Azza wa Jalla one day. I thank you for your du'as. And I pray Allah Azza wa Jalla that He may have a mercy upon Dad and Mom, as they were very merciful and loving to us when we were small. They have given us the best. They have given us adab. And they have taught us Islam. Ameen. Ya Rabbal Alameen. First and foremost, congratulations to all of you. We have about 300 people perhaps are participating in today's program. Our group for November will be in the proximity about 400 to 450 participants who will be on this sacred trip to Mecca and Medina, inshallah. وَأَتِمُّ الْحَجِّ وَالْعُمْرَةَ لِلَّهِ. That's the first point I want to make here very clearly. Let us formulate our intention. Hajj and Umrah is for Allah. So let us give it from this beginning, this point in time, the right intention it deserves. Al-Umrah ila al-Umrah maghfiratun lima baynahuma. One Umrah to another Umrah, it is nothing but forgiveness. This is what will cleanse us now from the sins and the mistakes that we have committed. So Umrah to another Umrah, it is nothing but forgiveness. Maghfirah lima baynahuma. It brings us forgiveness from the last Umrah. And if we did not perform Umrah in the past, if this is our first Umrah, well then this is your forgiveness, inshallah. This is your process of cleansing, inshallah. So congratulations to all of you. You will stand in front of Allah's house. You will be called the guest of Allah. And when you come to Medina al-Munawwara, you are the guest of the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And there are certain adab, there are certain etiquettes that you will need to develop from now in preparation for this blessed journey. أيها الأحباب, my beloved brothers, sisters, children. And I just like to reflect quickly. The young man, our son, Muhammad, who recited from the Quran earlier, he made Umrah last year with mom and dad and his other siblings. And the thing that stood out with this guy, every morning when I get up for tahajjud, 1 hour before Fajr, and I'm leaving, I pass through the reception desk to see if anybody needs help. I will see him waiting to escort a group of people. I will see Muhammad sitting in the lobby area waiting to escort, to lead a group to Masjid Nabawi. The distance is only 1 minute. The hotel is just in front of Muhammad. But he was waiting there to escort the elderly ones. So I can say that he has great ability and he has a bright future, inshallah. A couple of days ago, I met him at Masjid in Imran. I said, what would you like to be when you grow up? He said, Imam, I will love to be the Imam like my dad. Like Imam. And inshallah, Allah will bless him that he will be a true leader and a great leader. He will be the best of Imam. Better than all of us, inshallah. So Muhammad is going back for his second Umrah. He's going back for the second Umrah, and I'm very much moved. Also, when I look at 2 other young men in this majlis, this is our investment, the young ones. When they will stand in front of Allah's house and they will say, Labbaik, here I am, O Allah. La sharika lah. They will make testimony. They will make an oath in front of Allah. There is no God. There is no God deserve our ibadah except you, O Allah. When they make this commitment, let's all recite the talbiyah. Labbaik Allahumma labbaik, labbaik la sharika laka labbaik, innal hamda wal ni'mata laka wal mulk la sharika lak. Labbaik Allahumma labbaik, labbaik la sharika laka labbaik, innal hamda والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك. Here I am, O Allah. I'm here to respond to your invitation. Allah invited everyone. It's an open invitation, but only a few are selected to be his guests. So it's an open invitation. Everyone is invited, but he has selected a few. From among the 2 billion Muslims in the world, this group here, and all the people who are coming from other parts of the world, are the very minority who are being selected by him. So we say, here I am, O Allah. In response to your invitation, I associate no partners with you. La sharika. Innal hamda wal mulk. Innal hamda wal ni'ma laka wal mulk. Everything praises. All belongs to you. Everything in this world belongs to you, Allah. La sharika. Labbaik. And here again, I'm echoing. I'm here, O Allah. When you make this statement, Allah gives you now the freedom. And you say, ask of me and I will grant it. Ask of what you wish. Whatsoever you want, ask him. If it's halal, you will be granted. But be genuine. Be sincere in your request. So the first glance, when we look at the Kaaba, we ask Allah for guidance. When it's ijabah to dua, the first glance, connection with the Kaaba. We ask Allah for his guidance, for his protection. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always, whenever we are at these maqamats, these places, these stations, for the dua for our parents. That, oh Allah, have mercy on our parents if they have gone to the graveyard. And bless them, protect them, grant them good health if they are alive. And our grandparents, teachers and those who have rights over us. Our teachers and those who have rights over us, who have taught us whether Islamic or academic. And oh Allah, bless my children. Make dua for your children. The dua of a parent, a father and mother for a child, never goes unanswered in Allah's kingdom. So I wanna take now, inshallah, into the logistic part of this journey. First of all, we understand very clearly that this is Umrah. Whether they go in a section, that is secondary. The focus is Umrah. It is Umrah. It is Umrah. And it is visiting the Habib sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Some may say that we go to visit Medina Munawwara. We say we're going to visit the Habib sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Because Hajj and Umrah is connected with Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Hajj and Umrah is connected. The Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, whosoever comes to Hajj and Umrah, and does not visit me, it's like he showed his back. He's disrespectful. He cuts off his relationship with the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So you'll be very sad. But if you come to him, if you come to the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, وَجَبَتْ عَلَيَّ الشَّفَاعَةُ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ, his income, Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam will make intercession for you on the day of Qiyamah. And whosoever comes to visit me after death, فَكَأَنَّهُ زَارَنِي فِي حَيَاتِي, that person is considered like he visited me when I was alive. He's considered as the person who visited Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And that is why when we enter in the city of Medina al-Munawwara, there are certain adab. We always lower our voice. We never sound our voice. We are the neighbors of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Our hotel is so close. We are the immediate neighbor of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He has rights over us. So when you go in front of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he is alive. He's not dead. As we humble ourselves and we present ourselves in the best of it. In the best of it, the people who come to Medina, they come in the best of garment. After they arrive in Medina, they will go to their rooms respectively, they will take shower, ghusl, and they will wear the best of garment of the day. You are going to meet the best of creation. You're his guest. And they will always put on the itar, especially the men, wear the best scent of itar. It's going to be the Imam of Usul, the Imam of all the best. And then he will present himself to Rasulullah. Assalamu alayka, ya Sayyidi, ya Rasulullah. And he starts to give salam to Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When we are arriving in Medina, in preparation before our arrival, we will all give salams to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. From the time we enter in the boundary of Medina, we recite the salam to Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad wa barik. Any form of love that you are aware. And whosoever requests you to present their salam to Rasul, it's an aman. It is something that you owe to them. And you have to deliver that. And that is why I will encourage every one of you from today, start preparing for this journey by telling your friends and relatives that you're going to Makkah, you're going to Medina. Let everyone know. So that if you have wronged anyone, they will say, brother, I have something over you. Say, forgive me this. You're going to ask Allah's forgiveness. So you would like to be forgiven here by human being, the people who you live among. make sure you make those calls. Some of our brothers and sisters, whenever they make reservations, some of them, I know them before that, they will say, Imam, please keep this as a secret. I'm not. And you know what? They go to Makkah and Medina, and their relative doesn't even know, and then they're caught on the Facebook. Facebook reveals everything today. Huh? Facebook brings up even what we eat. And then they're like, oh, I talked to my sister the other day, or my brother the other day. I didn't know that they come here in Makkah. I'm seeing them. Am I seeing right? Don't make that mistake. Let everyone know. So they will ask you also to make dua for them. And they will give you this responsibility to give salam to Rasulullah. So when you stand in front of Rasulullah, you will say, Ya Rasulullah, so and so person has sent salam to you. He's in America, he's in Guyana, he's in Trinidad, he's in Pakistan, he's in India, he's in Africa. That person is sending his salams to you. Rasulullah respond to your salam. He will give his response. He will respond to that salam. So make sure you have a notebook like this. Keep a notebook like this from today. And make notes who is asking you to make salam. And you write their names down. Because you're going to tell them, yes, I'm going to make salam to you. And when you write it, you forget their name. And then to be general at the end, you will say, Ya Rasulullah, and anyone or everyone, even the names that I have missed, who has requested me to give salam to you, I did it for them. So that you've covered every aspect of your trip. Now this visit to Rasulullah, in every case, it is 3 days minimum at Sara we make it. Because the sunnah of ziyarah, it is 3 days. So we are the guests of Rasulullah for at least 3 days of hospitality. Now when you are the guest of someone, do you complain? If you complain, you offend that guest. You offend the host. You may go through some hardship. Things of what we can correct, inshallah. You arrive at the hotel, the bed is not comfortable. Yes, we can correct all of that. Toilet is not working properly, we can correct that. The food is not good enough for you, we can correct that. But don't come and say to us, you know, it's too crowded. Everybody wants to get into Jannah. So don't come and make those type of statements. Make the best of your trip. Do as much ibadah as you can. So all our trips are designed in such a way that you will be in Medina first. You are arriving in Medina first. So you will come out of the crowd. You will get fresh in 3-4 days. And you will now prepare yourself the way Rasulullah left Medina for Makkah. And then you will present yourself in front of Allah, and inshallah you will have a beautiful home. So let's start from the first group that is going on. We have groups every week in Sara Travel that's going to Makkah and Medina. Our other group is leaving in 2 or 3 days. And we have one, as a matter of fact, our brother Hajj Shamir Khan and his family, they just returned back last Saturday from Umrah. Alhamdulillah, Allah has blessed our brother. We have brother Ashir and his wife over there. They also go very often for Umrah. Every 3 months they are on a trip, like brother Shamir. And this is the way we encourage you, brothers and sisters, to spend your free time in the house of Allah, in the place that is nearest to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that is nearest to the Arsh. Another auntie in the back, she just came back. There are so many of our brothers and sisters here. I do not want to start calling names, but there are people who are going every 3-4 months, 5 months, 6 months. And there are some people who are they used to leave their passport with us in our safe, and they will say, book our trip, Imam, and just tell us, please send a blank check. This is for this picture. Makkah and Medina must be loved. This is the most sacred place on earth. Makkah and Medina is the most sacred place on earth. And the third place is Jerusalem, Baitul Maqdis. For those who had intended to make that journey to Baitul Maqdis with us on the 15th of this month, because of what is happening, and we pray Allah Azza wa Jal, that He will grant victory to our Muslim brothers and sisters in Gaza and in Palestine. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept their martyrdom. They are defending Masjid on our behalf. The fight, as I said earlier in 2-3 khutbahs ago, it is not Gaza, it is Masjid al-Aqsa. And they are standing there in defense of the sacred house of Allah, the second house that was established on this earth for worshiping Allah, that was built 40 years after the Kaaba. It continued, and that's the place of Isra and Mi'raj. That's the city that connects us in Salah. Before, our Muslim brothers and sisters, time of Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he spent a few years in the direction of Masjid al-Aqsa until he was instructed by Allah to turn to Masjid al-Haram in Makkah. Inshallah, Allah will invite us again and again. Allahumma arzuqna salatan fi Masjid al-Aqsa ya Rabbal Alameen. Oh Allah, we ask you to cause us to pray in Masjid and to return Masjid al-Aqsa to the Muslims, inshallah. Everyone is on the group chat here, on the respective group chat. If you're not on the group chat, make sure Sami or Sara knows they're both at the back before you leave, so that you, and if you have relatives who would like to join the group chat to monitor to see their day-to-day activities also. I know some of your relatives, they want to look over you, so put their names in, and they can also know every day what you're doing. Today you are in Makkah, tomorrow you're in Medina, whatsoever it is. They will follow the program, inshallah. Our first flight, inshallah, we will send out by Tuesday a list of recommended items that we advise you to take with you. Now, we always recommend that don't take 2 suitcases with you. If you wish to take 2 suitcases, take one in the other. Fix one in the other. Don't go with too much of clothing, and because you will purchase clothing and other stuff over there. So go light. Everyone will be allowed 2 suitcases. And each suitcase, maximum of 50 pounds. 50 pounds. In addition to that, you'll be allowed 1 hand carrier. 15 pounds. In addition to that, 1 Zamzam. The flight that you're going on, Turkish Airline and Saudi Arabian Airline, both aircraft allow a Zamzam to return back if you are going with the Umrah visa, and everyone will be at Umrah visa, inshallah. I know some may have business visa, but we will convert your business visa into Umrah visa to make sure you're privileged and you are given an opportunity to come back with your Zamzam. Ma'u Zamzam lima shuriba. Water of Zamzam. Whatsoever intention, when you're in Mecca, have an empty bottle with you. Even in Medina, in the cool water container that you will find in the Haram in Medina, it contains Zamzam. So take an empty bottle to the Haram daily, fill it up with Zamzam. Drink as much Zamzam. It is shifa. It is cure. Lima shuriba lahu. Whatsoever intention when you are drinking, say, oh Allah, grant me shifa. Oh Allah, grant me good health. Oh Allah, bless me. Grant me good knowledge. Allahumma inni as'aluka ilman nafi'a. Oh Allah, I ask you for knowledge that is beneficial. Good knowledge. Wa qalban khashiya. And a heart that will fear you. Wa rizqan halalan tayyiban. Oh Allah, I ask you for sustenance that is halal and that is good for me. Wa rahatan ila al-maut. And Allah, I ask you to grant me freedom, to make it easy for me when I'm dying. When you're taking my soul from my body, make it easy for me. And acceptance in Jannah. And save me from the hellfire. Dua is a communication for what is in your heart. You don't have to know Arabic to make dua. English, Urdu. It's what is in your heart. You're speaking to Allah. Dua is a communication with you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's a dialogue. So drink as much Zamzam as you can. Wash your feet, your parts of your body that is affected. Wash it with Zamzam. Your eyes, that purify your eyes, wash it with Zamzam. that, oh Allah, protect my eyes. One brother, I always remember this incident. He lost one of his eyes. His mother was the poorest in Syria and Damascus. She used to wash. There was no diaper in those days. So in the olden days, our moms, they used to use a piece of cotton, wash it, attire, safety pins, and wash this after. So she used to go home to wash the diaper for people. And she used to get coins. Her son became the most wealthy person in Damascus that I met. He was a billionaire. He had his own aircraft fleet, and he was sponsoring so many masjids and Islamic schools. He became affected. He lost his sight. And he went to the best of eye institution, clinics, all over the world. And he saw his mom in a dream. She said, "Oh, my son, go to Makkah and wash your eye with sunset, and you will be healed." And he woke up for Fajr that morning. He went after Fajr, he went to the embassy in Saudi Arabia, the embassy in Damascus, and he waited until he got his visa. And he booked the first flight, and he went to Mecca. And he spent 7 days in Mecca. And he did exactly what his mom instructed him in that dream. And before he left Mecca to Medina, his sight was restored. It is Shifa, but you have to do it with yaqeen, with full conviction that this is the cure for you. This is the cure. You're not testing. Let me see if it's going to work. This is not the place to test. You will have to do it with yaqeen. If you're going through mental sickness, Samsung. Physical sickness, Samsung. Spiritual sickness, Samsung. And when you're in Medina, there's a date that is called Ajwa. Ajwa. At least bring back some of it every day while you're in Medina. Apply 3 pieces of Ajwa days. Eat at least 3 pieces of days consecutively. It is Shifa. It is a cure for you also. Ajwa. This is Shifa. My beloved brothers and sisters, we're going to go right now into the logistic part. And inshallah, Sheikh Aisha Prime, she's on her way. We have Bashir, who will also make his presentation. And Dr. Sheikh cannot be here. Dr. Shafiq, he was supposed to come this morning on a flight from Florida, but the flight canceled. Sayyid Haider Ali cannot be here. He's still in Guyana for event for Dad's funeral. He remained this morning. He missed his flight yesterday. He missed his flight last night. And Sheikh Hamza Makbul will be making his presentation, inshallah, live. Great. On the 15th, the first group is leaving. On the 15th of November, that group leaves and they return back on the 25th. No, the first group is going with the Umrah only. So the first program will be leaving on the 15th and return back on the 25th. That's the Platinum 1 program. Platinum 2 program will be leaving on the 20th and returns back on the 30th. Sister Aisha Prime will be leading that program. And she's also leading the Platinum 4. The third group is leaving on the 22nd. Platinum 3 is leaving on the 22nd and returns back on the 2nd of December. That is going by Saudi Arabian Airlines. The fourth group is leaving on the 15th and 16th. A group from Trinidad is coming on the 16th. But the bigger group is leaving on the 15th from New York. And that group will be led by Hajj Atif, he just stepped out. And Sheikh Aisha Prime, she will be on that group. And one of our staff from Makkah, Engineer Iyad, he will be coming from Makkah to Dubai to receive you all also on that group. and that group will be returning back on the 2nd of December, inshallah. So let's go through the logistics of traveling. For those who are going to Medina first, which is on the 15th, your flight leaves by Saudi Arabian Airline to Riyadh. That flight was originally going on the 16th to Jeddah, but the Jeddah flight has been cancelled, so that group is now, they're going to have an extra day, and they are leaving from JFK to Riyadh, and then from Riyadh they'll be connected to Medina, inshallah, by Saudi Arabian Airline. The flight that's originally going to Jerusalem, you're leaving on the 15th also by Turkish Airline, and you will be going to Istanbul with 4 hours connection at Istanbul airport. You will wait there in transit, and then you will take the next flight from Istanbul into Dubai. So Dubai and Abu Dhabi now replaces your Jerusalem segment of that. You will spend 4 nights in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. You're going to be praying Salat al-Jum'ah at the Masjid of Sheikh Zayed in Abu Dhabi. Your hotel will be in Dubai, but you will be transferred, inshallah, it's a 1 hour, 10 minutes drive between Dubai and Abu Dhabi. And you will have an opportunity to visit the Islamic complex in Abu Dhabi. It's a masjid within an Islamic complex. There'll be guides to take you in every aspect of your trip. So you'll be spending 4 days there. Your arrival will be on the 16th, 17, 18, 19, 20. You're leaving to come back to Dubai, to Istanbul. And you will spend 3 nights in Istanbul, and on the 23rd, you are going to go into Medina. So you will be having 2 side trips. The Platinum 4, it used to be called Tree Haram. We have changed that program, the name from Tree Haram to Platinum 4. Platinum 4, the parts of the 15 and 16, you will have 4 nights in United Arab Emirates, and you will have 3 nights in Turkey, Istanbul. And there is a group of brothers also who did not want to see more in Turkey. So they will be staying the entire 7 days in Turkey instead of going to Dubai. So that group, inshallah, will be visiting other cities like the place of Sheikh Maulana Rumi. They'll be visiting the city of Konya. They'll be visiting Bursa, and they'll be visiting another city in Istanbul, in Turkey. So they'll be visiting about 5 cities in the country, inshallah, flying from one to another, inshallah. So they will be given a detailed itinerary of that 7 nights in Turkey. All our trips are 100% confirmed. All airline tickets were printed. The last of it was printed yesterday. All visas has been approved. So there's no rejection of anyone's visa. This is the good news for everyone. The only thing is that you are not able to print the visa out for the group that is going on, the United Arab Emirates and Turkey. We were not able last time to print the visa and the tickets, but that we will send to you directly, and you will print copies of it and you will attach it in a folder like this. All that you have to print it at home and staple it on here. So you will have your ticket, your visa, and your, most important, the train ticket. The high-speed train ticket is already printed for you. We were able, alhamdulillah, to secure for this group train ticket for every single group that is traveling. So normally train tickets is very difficult, especially in the month of November and December when the groups are high in number and coming from overseas. There is a long wait, and then sometimes the groups have to be split up. Alhamdulillah, we were able to get everyone at the exact time that we were looking for. So let's go now. We will do the Umrah walkthrough now. You have arrived in Medina Airport. So whichever group you're coming, whether you're coming on Platinum 1, 2, 3, or 4, you have arrived, your arrival will be Medina Airport. Only with 2 passengers, I think, are coming to Jeddah Airport, but you will be met by our competent staff at Jeddah Airport. Alhamdulillah, Sara Travel has over 16 full-time staff in Mecca and Medina, and they all will be on their feet for the entire trip from your arrival to your departure. Where Shamir will talk about his experience with our staff when he comes on, inshallah. Our staff are all competent. They speak multiple languages, whether Arabic, English, Urdu, Bengali, Farsi, Turkish, Uzbek, and some of the African dialects also, because we cater for our brothers and sisters coming from Senegal and from Nigeria. So, and we have sisters also who are working with us. They are not only brothers. So you can have personal time. Sisters, they're always denied the access of who they feel comfortable to speak with at time. Sister Zubaydah, she will talk to you about our female staff. We have sisters there who are dedicated also to assist the sisters in the Rawdah, to comfort you, to make sure that you get to the point. Sisters go in, if there's no escort, they don't know what to do sometimes. They are at a loss. They just exit. They're not even able to pray 2 rakah. So we provide all the services. So at every trip that you will find that arrives at Jeddah Airport or Medina Airport, our staff are there with roses to welcome us. They welcome you with honor. They welcome you as the guest of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So you now arrive in Medina. After your arrival, you will all pick up your luggages. If you're going to Riyadh Airport, you will not see your luggage in Riyadh Airport. Your luggage will be sent directly to Medina. At Medina, you pick your luggage up. You will do immigration in Riyadh if your flight is arriving in Riyadh. If your flight is arriving in Jeddah, you will do immigration check in Jeddah. And then you will be brought to Medina. So now, we are all in Medina and nowhere, irrespective of what group we are on. Having arrived, you will be welcomed by our ground staff. I will be there. My son, Mohammed Star, is right now in Malaysia, but he will be coming from Malaysia to Kuala Lumpur on the first flight. He will be there to receive first flight on the 15th. Sara will also be with the groups, and we will make sure we are going to be there to take care of everyone. On the 15th, your arrival, inshallah, will be done on the 16th, and we have our buses already, everything is confirmed for the entire groups. And alhamdulillah, we are now partnered with Travelgate in Mecca. Travelgate is one of the biggest Umrah carrier, and they have given us their franchise in the United States. So we are now Travelgate USA. We are, alhamdulillah, privileged, and we will be running and conducting their Hajj also for this coming year. So that's the good news for this group here, inshallah. We will be conducting the Hajj this year officially. Tomorrow morning we will start receiving reservation. We will put out registration forms from tomorrow. So anyone who is desirous of traveling for Hajj, we will welcome your reservation for as of tomorrow morning, inshallah. Great. We're going to talk about a few things that you will get prepared. The first thing is that you will take with you at the airport. Make sure you have your passport. Make sure you open the passport and you check that this is the correct passport. Don't pick up the passport and go to the airport, no. And 2 months ago flight, a brother, he picked up the passport, he put it in his pocket, he did not check it. When he arrived, he was coming from Buffalo. He was coming from Buffalo. They were coming with a bus. When he arrived at JFK, they said, your passport for identification? He presented the passport. Oh, sorry, this is not your passport. The flight is leaving in 3 hours. So make sure he had to now fly his wife from Boston, from Buffalo. She flew on a flight to JFK. He was in a hotel. He met her. She delivered, and he had to pay for a new ticket the following day. Okay? So this is very important. Make sure you open the passport and you check it. If you did not bring the visa with you, we can help you with that. We can send a copy to you quickly in your phone. If you did not bring your ticket, that's fine. It's electronic in the system. They will take care of that. But why we ask you to come with a copy of your ticket, it is because of the fact we want you to double check your ticket to make sure that the name is identical to the passport. We do not want to have any delay or any hiccup at the airport that you come with it and the name was incorrectly spelled. We're doing it. There's a chance for mistakes. So if there is any such cases, we will make correction before your flight departure. You will be given 3 strings like this here. These strings you will put on your suitcase. 2 for your big suitcases and 1 for your hand carrier. Very important here, this is the backpack. This is your ID also. Whenever you're seen by this at the back of you, the group identifies you. They know that you're part of them, you're part. So they will run to you to assist you. The group is stick together from there. All info is on this bag. You have a pocket here. A pocket you can put the passport and some of your valuables if you wish here. Inside here you can put maybe your sneakers when you're going into the haram. Make sure you go in tawaf with this. That's what keeps the group together. Luggage ID. You will be given a few of this here today. You will make sure that you put this on with your name and telephone number. With your name and telephone numbers. Now, in the event that any time this luggage is misplaced, the authorities in Saudi Arabia, Iran, or Turkish Airlines, they have our WhatsApp number. They will send us a message also. This baggage, this here, we will be giving everyone 2 of this. The strap to put around your luggage, your suitcase. Now, if because of security reason at JFK, you're not allowed to take this out on, sometime, you never know. But you will be allowed to use this to return back in the country. So you will put this around your suitcase. Wallahi, I traveled with this many times and it's very much secure. It keeps your suitcase together as one piece. And it's easy identification of the luggage. Everyone will pick up your suitcase because of this. There's a dua book that we have here. This is one and we have another one. Make sure you take a copy of this before you leave and start reciting at least the English part of it so you will become familiar when you get into Makkah and Medina. IDs, everyone will be having an ID and it is compulsory that you wear that ID around of you even if you're going to the haram. It's much needed. Why? Don't think that you're in good health and you're deceived of that. You can fall. You can misplace. This ID card connects you back with us. I have gone even to the hospital to bring out many because of this ID. Keep your ID card on you at all times. No matter who, I always wear my ID when I'm in Makkah. You never know what can happen. You're picked up. You just could get unconsciousness in the haram or even in the shopping area. This here, people know. Someone pick you up, they'll call that telephone number on the card and connect us to it. So we know what is happening. So please, follow this instruction that we are giving you. Arifai, just bring one of the scarf for me and one ihram, please. Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. Have some tea, coffee in the meantime. Have some breakfast, please. Ihram. There is a belt inside of this package, and everyone will be given an ihram here today. So try to wear the ihram in your house in the mornings, even after Fajr, and walk with it. Get familiar how to use the ihram. Put your ihram on, there's a belt in it, and get into that practice. Sisters will be having a very long scarf that comes over, cover half of your body. So inshallah you can wash this and prepare yourself to use this when you're going for, at least for the Umrah, when you're coming from Medina to Mecca. Everyone will be given a beautiful musalla, which we've ordered from the factory, that is a replica of the Rawda in Medina. The Rawda Sharif. So when you arrive in Medina, our grand staff will be, inshallah, welcoming you with your Rawda mat. And you will use that to pray all your salah in Medina, inshallah. Bismillah. You are in Medina now. For each and every group, you will be staying 4 nights in Medina. 4 nights in Medina. On the first day of arrival, you will have a welcome at the hotel, and you will have orientation session. They will tell you about some of the landmarks. And then the group, we have professional guides in Medina who are also part of our team. They will take you for a walking tour in and around Masjid Nabawi, starting from Masjid Kamal, the Masjid of the Cloud, that where Rasul prayed his Eid Salah. They will take you from there, they will take you to the place where the companions met after the dismissal of the Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. They will take you to there, they will show you that bustan, and they will give you the history of that. They will take you to give salam to Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam in a group upon your arrival. Brothers and sisters alike from the out of the haram, from in front. So at least you will be shown some of the landmarks. Babu Salam, the door of peace, which is door number 1 in Masjid Nabawi. They will take you to that part, they will show you that area. They will take you to all the Islamic historical sites around Masjid Ali and Masjid Abu Bakr. Next to the haram, they will take you to that area also. So it will be like a 1.5 to 2 hours walking tour around Masjid Nabawi. So the first day, you're now familiar with all the landmarks. The second day, inshallah, we will begin formal dars, formal lessons. And this is quite important. And that is why we're taking scholars in the school. Scholars are there for your consultation. Every group will have at least 3 to 4 scholars. And these scholars are there to serve you. The sisters, you will have a wealth of knowledge. Our sister, Sheikh Aisha Prime, she's an ambassador of Islam. She's at the level of everyone here. She will accommodate every single person with a smile. And she is a real servant of Islam. In Jerusalem, we always engage in her dua. She makes a very great petition to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala all times and for it. Inshallah, she will be leading the sisters in Medina for Salat al-Tahajjud if you're going to be there in that time when she is there. And in Makkah, she inshallah will be doing Umrah with most of you. We're in Medina. So the first night we've slept in the hotel. Second day, more or less the morning, we give us a moment of relaxation. After breakfast in the morning, we ask you to take at least 3-4 hours sleep to get now as a normal person back, get out of the jet lag. That's on the second day. In the afternoon, the formal session begins after Salat Asr. From Asr to Maghrib. From Asr to Maghrib, daily, 2 hours every day. Meals in the hotel, breakfast is paid for in the hotel. And breakfast begins from 6:30 to 10:30 daily. 6:30 to 10:30. We like to set a time that the entire group will meet at one time. So during the course of your day-to-day program, you will be told, and it will be suggested, we suggest that we meet today at 7:30. If it is a day of ziyarah, then we will do the breakfast early. We will say the breakfast, everyone should get into the breakfast 6:30 to 7:30, because at 7:30 we'll go out. Or if we are doing the ziyarah first, we will say everyone will do breakfast after our return. So each and every day you will be told what is happening for the day tomorrow. The day before, the program is being revised. Don't keep us connected only with what has been given to you already as a day-to-day itinerary. That could be changed on the spot. But you will be told. You will not miss any session. You will be told ahead of time. So telephone is a great instrument on this trip. And make sure you have downloaded WhatsApp. Make sure you have WhatsApp on your phone. You can also make calls out from WhatsApp now in Saudi Arabia. Sami and Sara will advise you both what app you need to download on your phone to override and to allow you to make WhatsApp calls. So, and you will have access, if you're on T-Mobile programs, ask them also to give you an international package. Take out an international package that you'll be roaming. It's about, how much, Simon? How much for international package?
$30 to $50.
But it's about $50. So make sure that you take out your international package, because if you go there and you don't have an international package, then you will end up paying a lot of money on telephone calls. It can run you $400 to $500 in telephone calls. So make sure you take this advice from us. In the hotel, you will be allowed free access to their Wi-Fi in both Mecca and in Medina. Everyone will be staying in Umrah and Anwar Medina, and in Mecca you're staying at the Hyatt Regency, inshallah. So Medina, you're in Mozambique, is 1 minute or less. You will listen to the Iqamah at the end, and you will get there before the Salah begins. You're just walking over, and you're in the hotel. That's in Medina. In Mecca, you just cross the road over. The Hyatt Regency is one of the best top-of-the-line hotels in Mecca. And it has also a semi-mall in it, so you can purchase all your gift items there, food, there's food court and everything inside that mini mall. On the third day in Medina, we will have a guided tour, and this is a city tour now, to visit all the sacred places in Medina. And we normally begin from Masjid Quba. Masjid Quba, Qiblatayn, Saba Masajid, Uhud. The brothers, we will encourage you to visit Al-Baqi, the cemetery. And we will have our staff will escort you to visit Al-Baqi. On the fourth day, inshallah, you're now preparing to leave. You're preparing to leave Medina to Mecca. Transfer will be as follows. Early in the morning after Fajr, we will ask you to leave your suitcases out. Our staff will come to the door, take your luggage. Your luggage will be going on a truck. You will be going as a VIP to the train. You're not taking any luggage with you except your hand carrier, with your valuables. So you are not going to be pulling a suitcase to the train. Your luggage will be taken by our staff. It will be going on a truck. It arrives in Mecca. At Mecca, they will secure that. Our staff at that end will secure it and keep it on one floor. When you arrive in Mecca, you'll pick your luggage up and you'll be escorted to your room. Bismillah. We're now going for Umrah. We're now going for Umrah today. So I've prepared my ihram. I recommend that you wash this material also. This ihram, wash it, prepare it nice. You're going to meet Allah, so you want to bring the best, which is this. So you want to go with that preparation. You have your belt on, you have some money, a couple of riyals in your belt. Always keep a copy of your passport with you at all times. Take a photocopy of your passport, okay? Everyone, take a copy of your passport. Keep one on your phone and keep a printed copy also with you. You never know, sometime when your phone, the battery comes to the end. So always keep a printed copy with you in the case of an emergency. Credit cards are always accepted in Saudi Arabia. Visa and Master is more accepted by the businesses. American Express, there is a large fee to use it. Sometimes it goes to 4%. So if you have a MasterCard or a Visa, you can take that. It's good to shop with your Visa or Master. It's good. You get the exact currency value of your dollar. Make sure you have some cash with you at all times. I would suggest for everyone, take at least about $1,000, $1,000. You will need cash. You will need cash. and take the $100, the big notes, the $100 notes, that you will get a better conversion rate than if you take $20. If you take $100 in 25 credits, you will get less. You will get approximately $365. But if you take $100, you will get perhaps $373. So there's a great difference there of about 8 to 9 riyals for every 100. Bismillah. We're now going for Umrah today. Actually, we will give you complimentary a pair of slippers or sneakers that you will use on that journey, inshallah, for men. Sisters, you're allowed to wear any format of garment. We recommend maybe a white or black if you so desire, and your himar is very big to cover you. The brothers will be in the ihram. You're going to be in your ihram, and you're now coming with the bus. If your train is leaving at 1:30, you have to be at the train station no later than 12 o'clock, 1.5 hours prior. 1.5 hours prior. We will make sure everyone is out of their rooms and you're in the bus, and you will make your way to the train station. From the hotel to the train station, it's about 10 to 15 minutes of drive with the bus. Now, if it is Salah timing, sometimes the roads are blocked. So we always get another 15 minutes time. So we always cover half an hour of making that movement. You are in the train station, you will soon pass the miqat. As soon as you board that train, and the train begins, Subhanalladhi sakhkhara lana to the end, there will be an announcement, less than 5 minutes, that you are about to pass the miqat. Make your intention now for Umrah. Those who go to Makkah. So you will make your intention. Allahumma inni uridu al-umrah, fayassirha li wa taqabbalha minni. Oh Allah, my intention is to perform Umrah. I beg of you and I ask of you to make it easy for me and to accept it. So everyone should perform Umrah for themselves in the first Umrah that you're performing. You'll be doing this for your own self. If you wish to do Umrah for a deceased relative, for your mom, your dad, your teacher, your relative, it's fine. Sara Travel provides an opportunity for you to perform 2 additional Umrahs. So if you want to do a second Umrah, we will bring a bus to the hotel in Mecca in the night, and we will tell you today, we're taking you for a second Umrah. So you will come with your ihram on, you will go to the miqat, and you will make your niyyah from there, and you'll pray 2 rakah, and then you will return back to the haram. And you will start your Umrah. And we will also provide guides for you to perform that second Umrah. Your third Umrah, inshallah, if you wish to do, that will be the night before your departure. The night before your departure, you can perform a third Umrah also. So sometimes you want to perform one. The question always comes, my mom and dad are both passed away. Can I do one Umrah for the 2 of them? No. Each person, 1 Umrah. But you can make dua in that Umrah for both of them and for everyone. But if you want to dedicate an Umrah, it has to be that person's only name that is being mentioned there. This Umrah is for so-and-so, my mother. It's for my father. So you do 1 Umrah for that person. Okay? So we're going to arrive in Mecca now, inshallah, at the train station. Our buses will be here to receive us. From there, it will bring you over to the hotel. In 10 minutes, you'll be in the hotel. You'll be welcome at the hotel. And after you're welcome at the hotel, you will, inshallah, be given your room assignment. And after your room assignment, you will get into your room. We will not leave the hotel till approximately 10 p.m. on the first day of your first Umrah. That Umrah will take place at approximately 10 p.m. Why? We allow the people to pray Salatul Maghrib and Isha and to get out of the haram. So it will be now easier for us to get into the haram, and we will make the tawaf, and after tawaf side, Umrah will take us approximately 2.5 hours with the crowd that is there. So we give 3 hours for Umrah. So if you begin at 10 o'clock, at 1 o'clock you will be finished. You will return back to the hotel and you will take shower. And you will be prepared. Maybe you want to take 2 hours rest, and then you get back for Salatul Tahajjud. Salatul Tahajjud is normally 1 hour prior to the time for Salatul Fajr. 1 hour, let's say Salatul Fajr is 5 o'clock. The adhan will be sung for tahajjud. And that will go off 1 hour, and that will happen in both Mecca and in Medina. 1 hour before the time for Salatul Fajr. So when you hear the first adhan in the morning, at 4 o'clock or 4:30, you will know that that's for tahajjud. You have 1 hour now to pray tahajjud. And then after tahajjud, the Salatul Fajr adhan will be sung. And then you pray Fajr, and we always will recommend that you remain in the haram for at least half an hour, doing some personal, private ibadah, istighfar, recite your kalima, la ilaha illallah, jaddid imanakum. Always recite your and give salawat to the Prophet, sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Make sure that you have a tasbih with you, and you're connected with the zikr of Allah. For every word of la ilaha illallah that you sung in Makkah, it is multiplied, it is multiplied. For every good you do, for every cup of tea that you will give to someone, it is multiplied. For every glass of zamzam that you share with someone, it is being multiplied. For every dollar that you will spend in charity, it is multiplied. For every food that you give to someone to eat, whether that person is poor or rich, it is rewarded. So you are going to be requested from now to eat less from today and save some money. To take that money to spend in charity there. You want to do charity. Whether it's $100 you're taking, whether it's $50, whether it's $25, make that niyyah. That, oh Allah, this is what I'm taking here. And you will see, if you take $25, you will be rewarded, multiply, and you will come back with not $25 less in your bank account, but it will be multiplied. That $25 will bring you multiplied by 700 times. Brothers and sisters, it's going to be a great feeling when you see the camp. Now it's at 10 o'clock. We're prepared. Our teachers and our team staff, they will go through back the rituals of Umrah in the hotel, in the lobby. They'll make sure everyone understands what you're doing. This is quite important. There's some aunties and uncles will need wheelchair, and we will provide that service for you. You will be escorted to the haram. No matter what is your sickness, let us know in confidence. Write it on a paper and put it in an envelope. Even if you don't want us to read it, you just put it in a sealed envelope and write your name and telephone number. If anything happens to you, we know how to present that to your doctor. I always request that your doctor give you a prescription of the main medication that you're on. In the event you lose your medication in Mecca or Medina, we can always present your prescription to the pharmacy and get some medication for you to go on. Keep your medication with you at all times. That's not going to be checked in the suitcase. Everything you check in your suitcase except your medication. Your medication is your passport on this journey. Keep that with you. Don't come and tell me, oh, I forgot my medication here. No, I'm warning you. Keep that with you. Now, this is a friendly trip. We don't want to see any face that is. No. We want everybody to be smiling. We're brothers and sisters from now. And we want to embrace each other as brothers and sisters. We welcome everyone. When you come back, you are Sara family. You are Sara travel family. And it means something to us. That brotherhood that will exist in this trip of Umrah, it is sometimes greater than the blood brothers that came from our mother. You will see how you will be bonded. When you hold someone hand and you're making tawaf around the camp, this family in front of me is an example. Mother, son-in-law, son, daughters. The entire family is going for it. Isn't this something? This is a blessing from Allah. This is a great blessing from Allah. When a mom can escort her children and they can stand together and make dua to Allah. Like Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam and Sayyidina Ismail alayhi salam. Father and his son stood at the Kaaba. Rabbi ja'alni muqim as-salat wa min dhurriyyati. That dua is successful. My beloved brothers and sisters, you will have opportunity. Save your energy now. Every morning in your home, even around the block, try to start walk around the block. Get in this atmosphere of walking, preparation. Be on your Quran, your dhikr, and make preparation. This is a spiritual journey. This is a journey of a lifetime. And when you finish that Umrah, inshallah, you will clip your hair or you will shave your head completely. For the brothers, the sisters, someone else will cut your hair. Do not make this mistake of you cutting your hair yourself. Someone will cut your hair. A sister will cut another she's already out. And when this is done, inshallah, we say mabruk to each and every one of you. Congratulations. May Allah accept your Umrah. We will have trips in Mecca to visit the sacred sites of Mina, Arafah, Muzdalifah. Everyone will be allowed to climb up the Mount of Arafah, where Sayyidina Hawa and Adam alayhi salam met, where they were reunited, and the Mount of Arafah. You will all have an opportunity to climb that mountain, inshallah, and we will encourage you. For the young ones who are coming, you will also be given an opportunity with our staff to go up in Cave Hira. It will take you about 2 hours. The elderly ones know. You will go there and you will feel that you are upstairs, inshallah. But we wouldn't advise you to plan. The young ones, yes. Young brothers and sisters who would like to go on, Bismillah. You will have an experience of a lifetime of doing that, inshallah. You will also be taken, inshallah, to the museum in Medina. We are making preparation to take everyone to the museum of Darul Hijrah, Darul Medina, and the Quran Museum in Medina also. That has Quran script that is required from 500-600 years going back. So, whatsoever you wish to do in Medina, let us know. We are your servant. You will find us cooperative in every aspect of your trip. If someone from our staff tells you no, it means that it couldn't happen. That is how serious we take your request. Al-Hajj awalan, the pilgrim comes first. The pilgrim comes first. The pilgrims come first at Sara. I've taught my children, if they have to sell their clothing for you, the Hajjis, to comfort you, to prepare for you, let them prepare to do this on this land. Inshallah, we are looking forward to be of service to you, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless all of you and to accept your intention by this and to grant you a umrah that is maqbula wa sa'yan mashkura wa dhanban maghfura, inshallah. Jazakumullah.
Takbir. 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 For our CEO, our Imam Samir Sitar, for spending so much time explaining what will be the logistics on this upcoming trip for all those who are traveling in the month of November. I traveled with Sara International Travel for my first Hajj in 2003. And I have experienced firsthand their service. He mentioned about telling his children about giving their clothing away to just ensure that everyone are comfortable. And I can tell you, with my years of traveling with Sara International Travel for both Umrah and Hajj, I have seen that. Not only from Imam and his children, but from his team over in Makkah and Medina. And when you get there, for those of you who are going for the first time with Sara, you will see the scouts, the 16 scouts you spoke about, and there will be more. If you want to get some personal stories from them, tell them, you know, Brother Rizwan Rafiq. They knows me very well, but also remember, please tip them, because if you call my name, you have to represent me. Please give them a good tip. These brothers and sisters, brothers over there, they are very, very reliable, dependable. My dear brothers and sisters, Imam spoke about making a list of people that ask you to make dua for them. Keep your list. From my last Hajj in 2017 and beyond that, I still have my list. And every time from 2017 to now, I've made several umrahs and I add to the list. So make duas for your loved ones. Our next presenter, inshallah, is our dear sister, Sheikha Aisha Prime, who is here. I know she came in a few minutes ago. Sheikha Aisha Prime is a very close friend to Sara International, and she is capable, and she will do a comprehensive guide to perform in Umrah. Our dear Sheikha Aisha Prime. I want to welcome, when we spoke about logistics, Brother Atif. Welcome, Assalamu alaikum, Brother Atif. He is capable more than Imam when it comes to logistics. Myself and Sami, we have to take care of so many different things at different times. So, Haji Atif, it's nice to see you. Assalamu alaikum. Sister Sheikha, please come forward. Sister Aisha. Assalamu alaikum.
Waalaikum salam. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Are you guys excited here? Yes. You should be. SubhanAllah. This is a journey of a lifetime. Okay, so let's make dua that let it down. So I want to first say to you all, Jazakumullah Khair, Imam Zamir, for that presentation and for getting us ready. Alhamdulillah. I want to first tell you, of course, congratulations, Mabruk, for you are the honored guest of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that you are His invited guest. But Allah Azza wa Jalla has invited you, subhanAllah, to His house, to the Kaaba. And He invited you for no other reason except that He wants you to, except that He wants to forgive you, He wants to raise your rank, He wants to expand you, He wants to answer your dua, and He wants to let you know that He's heard you. He wants to let you know that, subhanAllah, He's been hearing your dua, He's been hearing your intention, and that He knows that, subhanAllah, because of that, He's saying, come. Hey, come to where you'll be forgiven, come to where you'll be healed, come to where, subhanAllah, your du'as will be answered, come to where your deeds will be magnified. Hey, for one prayer, subhanAllah, Allah's going to give you 100,000. Walillahi alhamd. What, how generous and Kareem? SubhanAllah. And so for that, I'm honored to be in your presence, for you are the ones who are the invited guests of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And of course, you don't come to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam except that he invited you. You to visit the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Medina is like visiting him when he was alive. This is a clear narration, right, from our beloved Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that whoever comes to Medina, whoever comes and visits me, subhanAllah, it's as if you're visiting him while he's alive. And when you send salawat on the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, while you're there in Medina, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala returns his soul and He sends salam back to you. Right? So He was saying, wa alaykum salam ya Latifa, ya Khadija, ya Ahmed, ya Zayd, salam alaykum. SubhanAllah. From the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So what is that? We'll get to that inshallah. We'll get to discussing more and more and more about what it means, subhanAllah, to be in Medina. So the first thing, bi'idhni Rabbi, I want to go over some logistics for the Umrah. I mean, Imam Zamir, mashallah, he covered it for me. Alhamdulillah, he laid it out for me. So there are just a few, I'm just going to give a reminder of a few steps, inshallah, bi'idhni Rabbi, just to kind of make it so it's solid in your mind, right? So that it's solid, inshallah. So in this guide to Umrah, alhamdulillah. So we can go to the next slide, inshallah. But I won't stress you though. Sara, we owe me. So the first one is that this is a verse in the Quran, inshallah, when we're on Sa'i, that we will recite. But this is something when Allah Azza wa Jalla means it. Indeed, the hills, like the Inda Safa wa Marwa min sha'a'illah, that indeed the hills of Safa and Marwa are among the signs of Allah. So whoever performs the pilgrimage or minor pilgrimage, let them walk between the two hills. The first thing is that I just wanted to remind you about this verse in the Quran. That this is one of the signs of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For us to understand that we're literally walking in the footsteps of the righteous. We're walking the footsteps of those that Allah Azza wa Jalla has honored. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is allowing us to be in the place to inhale where they exhaled. Right? To be in the place, subhanAllah, where some of the greatest sacrifices of ever, the greatest sacrifice ever were made in these lands. And Allah Azza wa Jalla has told us to walk in these lands. So I just wanted to remind us that this is the land of our the Kaaba floor. Inshallah, we'll go to the next one. I feel bad. Don't have a remote. Okay, so what is Umrah? What is it for us to make Umrah? The first thing is that this is a ritual, like a sacred ritual, with the intention of migrating towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as a preparation for Yawm al-Qiyamah. Right? That what you're preparing yourself for is saying, I'm migrating toward Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And of course, when you get to Medina, I'm migrating toward the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So this this happens actually before your feet start to move. That you have to have that intention in your heart from the beginning. Ya Rabbi, I'm journeying toward you. Right? Because in the a'malu binniyat, that every action is by its intention, and we will be dealt with according to what we intend. So even right before, as you're preparing for Umrah now, make this intention in your heart. Ya Rabbi, I'm coming with the intention of migrating towards you. Meaning that if there are certain sins or certain transgressions or certain deviations, whether that be in my body or my mind or my soul, that today I'm turning my direction. I'm literally throwing that dunya, I'm throwing those sins, those sayyat, that thinking, that miska, I'm throwing that behind my back. And today, Ya Rabbi, I intend to face myself toward you. Right? That I intend to turn my full self towards you, subhanahu wa ta'ala. And of course, according to the method of Sayyidina Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. So what does it mean to say I'm going to migrate? Because when you move, right, it means there's some things that you're going to leave behind. So when you're thinking about packing, when you're thinking about what clothes you're going to bring, when you're thinking about, okay, I need to make sure I have unscented soap, unscented deodorant, but what I mostly want you to think about is that make sure you leave, you throw in the trash. I want you to think about what sin do I have in my life? And if you're thinking, no, I'm good enough, like I'm good, I don't have any sin, then you're mashallah, then you're better than most. If you say, no, I don't commit, like, alhamdulillah, I don't commit any actions. No, I don't lie, I don't steal, I don't, I don't have riba, I don't commit namima, I don't gossip. If you say alhamdulillah, my slate is clean as it relates to any bad deeds. MashaAllah, then I want you to look into your thinking. Do you ever have a bad opinion about the Muslims? Do you ever have a bad opinion about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Ya Rabbi, why this? Why me? Ya Allah, why did you put me in this circumstance? Why am I the one suffering? How come you didn't give me a good spouse like you gave my brother a good spouse? How come I'm not wealthy like most people? How come you put them in a better position than me? Sometimes we blame Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sometimes we become angry with Allah azza wa jalla for things that happen in our life. These are deeper sins. Okay? This is the sin of our thinking. Sometimes we commit ghibah, we commit backbiting in our mind long before it came to our tongue. Right? We have all kinds of backbiting in our mind. I wonder why she dressed like that. I wonder why he came like that. I wonder I don't understand why he's behaving like that. This man, I don't know about this man might be an evil man. I don't know, this man might be a cheater. Sometimes we commit all kinds of ghibah in our minds before it ever comes to our tongue. So this is something we want to throw that. Don't pack that in your bag. Right? Don't pack that. Matter of fact, make a decision. I'm throwing that out today. I'm literally doing a spring cleaning of my heart, of my mind. Then if I thought, I don't know if this ibadah is gonna make any difference. I don't know if Allah's really gonna answer my dua. Throw that all behind your back. Throw that all behind your back. And replace it with hope in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Replace it with a good opinion of Allah. Allah, I know you brought me here because you want to make me someone better. You're choosing me for this journey, right? Because you want to adorn me with taqwa. You want to adorn me to be from amongst those that are beloved to you with all the qualities that are beloved to you. You're giving me this chance. So I'm not packing any of those arrogance or envy or jealousy or greed or lust, all that, I'm throwing it behind my back. And so understanding that this is what Umrah is about. That I'm saying, Ya Rabbi, I'm bringing my full self towards you, and I'm asking, right, as I bring myself towards you, with the intention to be transformed, to be changed. And so there are a couple of things, inshallah, that I'll remind you that you need to do, even as you're making that journey towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you want to come light. Just also why your clothes, especially for the men, is light. Right? You don't want to be burdened with anything. So the first thing is that if you're able to pay, when you have a means, right, if you're able to pay whatever debts that you can, please pay them. Okay? If you have another means by which if anything were to happen to you, there would be paid, make sure you just have that in order. Right? So that if something happened to you, you don't have any debts, inshallah. The next thing is that you want to make sure, is there someone that you need to call and say, forgive me. Now most of us, subhanAllah, we just send like this general text, right? If anything I've ever done, right, please forgive me, right? But it's better if you know, I wronged you. 5 years ago, something happened, there was a debate amongst the board and the masjid, anyway, whatever it is. Right? I'm asking you, please forgive me. Forgive me for my mistakes, forgive me for my shortcomings, forgive me for my misdeeds, forgive me for the things that I've said. Just ask him, subhanAllah, why? Because you don't want, the forgiveness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is one thing. Well, what people forgive you for is another thing. When you wrong them, that's another matter. Okay? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't strip people of their rights. So you want to ask for their forgiveness. The other thing is there's somebody that you need to forgive. Now, I want to just to speak about this for a minute because there's some things, right, that are heavy. There's some things that are serious. So when we talk about forgiveness means I unhook myself from the hope of a different past. I remove from myself a hope of a different past, meaning I'm going to leave that with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and I'm not going to carry that with me. Right? I haven't drank the poison of resentment and I'm waiting for you to die. Right? No, I'm no longer going to, be cursing you. I wish I tried to run over you. I never felt like I would be there, right? No. That you said, I'm finished with that. I'm laying that to the side. I've given that up to Allah. I'm not carrying that with me. Why do I say that as it relates to what is Umrah? When we talk about preparing for Yom Qiyamah, like you're preparing yourself to journey towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in a ritual that says I'm preparing for Yom Qiyamah. When the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam enters into Jannah, there's a host of believers, subhanAllah, there's a delegation of believers that will be from amongst the awwaleen, that will enter into Jannah with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Right? And those are the ones that they're clean, they're clear, they're in the clear, they can go. But those who are waiting, I'm waiting for my dispute with you. Right now, I'm waiting for, you remember that thing you did to me, and this happened back in 1973. You remember that happened when your family and there was a whole debate. You remember that happened, and then again 2013. You remember that happened? I'm waiting for my chance to argue with you in front of Allah about it. Who wants to be that person? When the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam goes into Jannah, I don't know about you, but I want to feel. We want to go. I don't know whatever it is, forget it. It's over. Right? It's done. It's finished. It's not more important than Allahu Akbar. It's not more important than this moment, this chance that Allah has given you. And if you remove that stain on your heart, Allah will replace it with a great light. If you let it go, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you something in return. It doesn't mean you have to have, you're going to become necessarily close with this person who's toxic or harmed you or traumatized you in a horrible way. No. But just remove it from your heart. I give that over to Allah so that He can replace it with a light for me. Okay, so the next one, inshallah. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد forgiveness. That's the nature of Allah subhanahu. Hey, you don't come to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you don't come to Al-Malik wal-Mulk, the sovereign of all of creation, except that He gifts you with great gifts. So the first one is, all of your sins will be forgiven, inshallah. And then the other one, of course, it's you're literally doing something that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam commanded us to do at least once in our lifetime. Right? At least once. But I don't know if you're like me, right? You do something one time, go back. Now I did that thing. Now I need Umrah again. I need to have my sins erased again. I need my book washed again and again. So if you're blessed, alhamdulillah, this is not your first Umrah, and you're going again, alhamdulillah. This is like, you're going to take a clean shower, remove all your sins, remove your sayyah, remove inshallah, it'll also help you towards good thinking. And again, there's never enough preparation for Yawm Qiyamah. Never enough preparation, subhanAllah. Also, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says that performing Umrah protects one from poverty. Remember, I said you don't go to Allah unless He gives you with something. So I want you to think about all the Asma al-Husna, all the beautiful names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He's Al-Razaq. He's not just providing. He's Al-Kareem, Wal-Ghani, Wal-Mughni. He's the rich and the enriching. So He's saying, if you sacrifice your time, you sacrifice your money, you sacrifice Allah, and Imam Samir is saying, you're going to take $1,000 to the Holy Land. Allahu Akbar. It's only going to happen except that Allah Azza wa Jalla is going to replace it with more. He's going to give you more wealth. He said, you sacrifice your wealth for me to come to my house? I'm going to give you more. SubhanAllah. So this is one of the benefits, inshallah. Next. So, alright, first before I get to that, can I go to the next one? I'll come back to that one before, inshallah. Okay, so just as a quick one. Erases all your sins, a new relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His messenger, eradicate poverty. Also, the one who goes for Umrah gets the reward of someone who's made jihad, who's fought in the cause of Allah. Right? So if you go, like I said, you sacrifice, you make that effort, the reward, subhanAllah, is if you fought in the cause of Allah, and of course there's the opportunity for Jannah. Here we go. Let's go step by step. So the first thing is that Imam Zamir mentioned that when you enter into the state of Ihram, we're going to talk about, so as you're preparing, right, before you enter into the state of Ihram, you're going to make your full ghusl. You're going to make your full ghusl, and like whatever it is you want to do at that time, right? So whatever you want to, that's the time to fully wash yourself. That's the time you want to wash your hair. You want to, whatever it is you need to do at that time to prepare yourself, you're going to prepare yourself, right? Now, I want you to understand the difference between I put on the clothing of Ihram and the intention of Ihram. Did you hear me on that one? The clothing of Ihram versus the intention of Ihram. So let's say, for example, I'm a man and I've taken my shower and I'm all ready, right? I'm all ready. And I put on my clothes of Ihram. Have I entered into Ihram yet? No, I've just put on the clothing. What makes it Ihram is that intention. Right? It doesn't become Ihram until I make that intention. I intend to enter into a state of consecration. Right? That's when it's on. So you take your shower, right? Inshallah, you're going to go, whatever clothes you're going to put on for Ihram, you're going to put those clothes on. For the man, you know what you're going to wear. You're going to wear the two sheets that are like, literally like it's similar to the death shroud. Right? Because you're presenting yourself in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who I was before, and burying him. And now I'm presenting myself to you as that, asking you, make me someone new. Give me a new life. Now, for women, right, just remember this, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is favors you in this way. You're not going to wear the two sheets, you're going to wear whatever it is you like. Now, it's encouraged that you wear something simple, something that's covering, right? Now, as it relates to me, it's already been covered and be covered, inshallah, by our shield in terms of your footwear and all of that. You're not going to wear something on your head, all of those things. Now, but I just want to first talk about entering into the state of ihram. So you put on your ihram clothes, right? You put on the clothes of ihram. You're going to pray 2 rak'at. After you pray your 2 rak'at, you make your ghusl, you got yourself ready, you put on the clothes of ihram, you're going to pray 2 rak'at. Then you're going to make the intention that Imam Zamir mentioned earlier, right? You're going to make that intention. Now you are in the state of ihram. I literally want you to understand, like, once you enter into that state, I call that game on. Why? Because for just that period of time, right, you have entered into a hyper state of taqwa. That things that are normally halal are not haram. So ihram from haram, right? Meaning that which is forbidden. Meaning everything is forbidden except that which is halal. As opposed to when you're in a different state, when you're not in ihram, everything is halal except that which is haram. You following me? So in this state of ihram, in that state, you're in a hyper-vigilance over your obedience to Allah. And that's the point, to put you in a hyper-consciousness of about being obedient to Allah in every situation. So, there are a few things I know you've been studying. I'm going to ask you, what can't you do in ihram? What can't you do? Can you wear perfume? No. I told you, see, I know you've been studying. You're pretending like it's Juma, you don't talk to me. It's not Juma, you can talk to me. It's not Juma because you say I'm a woman, so talk to me. Right? What else is forbidden in ihram? Say again? Gossip, definitely no gossip. That's how I'm in ihram or not in ihram. Yes. No perfumes, right? Nail polish, no, definitely not. Nail cutting, yes. You're not gonna cut your nails. You're gonna cut your hair. Am I gonna brush my hair at that time? Why not? Talk to me. Because you're gonna possibly pull out some hair, right? So you're not gonna be, like brushing your hair at that time because you're gonna pull it out. So no, just leave it. It's just for a few hours. Right? It's just for a few hours, inshallah. So you're not going to cut your nails. You're not going to cut your hair. You're not going to wear perfume. Right? What you're going to say to your spouse, looking real cute in that ihram. No, of course not. Right? Of course not. You understand what I mean. Okay? You're not going to enter into any marital relations. Right? No marital relations at that time. Right? You're going to leave at that time and say, listen, I'm focused on my Lord right now. I'll see you after. Okay?
You don't have no attitude.
No, you definitely don't have no attitude. Right? Definitely don't have attitude. We're going to talk about that. The adab of ihram. Right now, I just want to talk about the absolute fire. So, no perfume. You're not going to cut your hair. You're not going to cut your nails. You're not going to... no marital relations. Are you going to kill anything? Of course not. I absolutely cannot. Right? I don't even want you to kill a mosquito. Right? I don't want you to be careful. If you see those, they sometimes, I don't know if they have them now, locusts. They're still there. So the locusts that are there, be careful. Don't step on them and kill them. Right? Don't say, oh, they're so gross. No. Right? No, you're not going to kill any, you're not going to kill a bug, you're not going to kill anything, child. Especially you're not going hunting or anything like that. You're not doing any of that at that point in time. Right? Which is why, if you want to slaughter, it's not while you're in the state of ihram. Okay? So that part. Also, now, from a spiritual standpoint, as my auntie said, you're definitely not going to have no attitude. Right? You're not going to be lying, you're not going to be cheating, you're not going to be ghibah, none of that. Your mind is focused on, Ya Allah, right? Labbaik Allahumma labbaik. Labbaik la sharika laka labbaik. you're literally saying, here I am, O Allah, at your service. Right? And I've given my whole self to you. I'm giving my consciousness to you. I'm giving my mind to you. Right? And I won't do anything until you tell me what to do. Now, this is when you have to be very careful. Right? Because if you go to the bathroom, it's normal. You come out to the bathroom, what's the first thing you do? You're going to wash your hands. Right? You're going to wash your hands. This is where you have to be very, 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 very careful, especially inside the hotel. Because there's going to be perfume soap. And subhanAllah, even once, I'll tell you what happened. As we're coming in from we finished Ihram. We're finished Sara. We're finished the Umrah. I'm walking into the hotel. Right? I'm about to go upstairs for someone to cut my hair. As I'm walking in, there is a hand sanitizer at the opening of the hotel. Right? Now I'm finished. I've done the walk. I've made sorry. I've prayed. I've done it. I'm like, yeah, alhamdulillah. I'm walking back into the hotel. There's the hand sanitizer. I was like, oh, yeah. They will probably have it. So you have to be careful. I'm trying to think. Did I do it? No, I didn't do it. Did I do it? I had to pay it down. She was money. Yeah, so that's the time I had to pay it down. But I pumped it and I was like, ya Allah! Right? So these are the things you want to be careful of. Let me say this. Small mistakes, small penalty. Big mistakes, big penalty. Small mistakes are like 3 hairs. Small mistakes. Right? A tiny, they said that something smaller than a dirham, it's not the whole size of your hand, it's not the palm of your hand, it's something small inside of your hand. In that case, you'll pay a penalty, right? You'll pay you'll pay something in sadaqah, the amount of feeding someone, a poor person, feeding them a meal. But if you have big mistakes, right, then of course, small penalty, small infraction, small penalty. Big infraction, big penalty. Big penalty is the sacrifice of the lamb. Right? And you're right. Remember, I did that and I was like, before I got to the elevator, I was like, yeah. Okay. So now I want to go to, let's recite the takbir together. You've been practicing it, right? Okay, let's recite it together. Here you go. Bismillah. لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك. ما شاء الله. اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك. Okay, so you're going to do that inshallah once you enter into the state of ihram, that's going to be like your dhikr. Right? You're just going to be reciting it subhanAllah over and over and over and over again until we get inside the haram. Once you reach inside the haram, now there'll be a new set of du'as. Inshallah. There'll be a new set of du'as. But that one you're going to just be reciting on repeat. Alright? That's going to be your, literally, your constant dhikr. Okay, let's do that. Does that happen? Okay. Okay. So ihram, tawaf, you're going to pray at the maqam. You see that picture, the maqam of Ibrahim? You see that? The golden? Yes. That's the maqam of Ibrahim. So this literally, as it is crowded like that right now, it may be like that when we arrive. Looking at most of the pictures of the haram right now, it's that crowded. So you won't, I don't want you to have it in your mind that you're going to go immediately behind the maqam of Ibrahim and pray to Rakat. Like, here's the maqam, you're going to pray there. No. Why? You're going to be smashed. Pray Allah save us. Right? So you're actually going to go at a slight distance. They have a barrier. Right? You're going to go behind that barrier. Inshallah, we're going to stick together as a group and we're going to practice it. How do we stick together as a group? You go behind the barrier. That's where you're going to pray your 2 rakat. Right? I don't want you to think that you're going to be able to pray it immediately there. After you do that, there are some who actually drink Zamzam at that time. Right? They pray at 2 rakat, they make the dua. There's a station for Zamzam at that time. Right? But there's 2 narrations of this. Some make it at that time before they made make sa'i, azar wa al-hajr, and billahi tawfiq. So the next one is after you make the sa'i, right? After you make the sa'i, pretty much alhamdulillah wa shukrulillah. Of course, every time you reach Safa, you're going to stop, you're going to place, of course, yourself towards the Kaaba. You're going to position yourself toward that direction, your face and your chest toward that direction, and you will make dua. Right? We'll make dua when we get to the top of Marwa, and then again, when you're going back to Safa, you will do the same thing. Each time you reach the top of the mountain, take that moment to make dua. Right? Take that time to make dua. And when you finish, subhanAllah, it's done, it's finished, except now it's time for you to exit the state of ihram. Now, what did I say in the beginning? Imam Zamir, he mentioned the fact that you're not going to make the mistake of cutting your own hair. I explained this like basically, you're dead. You're mayyit. You've presented yourself as someone dead in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why you can't cut your own hair. Right? I know, subhanAllah, there are Hanafi opinions, right? That say you can cut your own hair, but let someone else cut it and then you're 100% free. Right? And if you let someone else cut it, you're free on all of it, on every angle. Because the men, they go directly to the barbershop. There are all these barbershops that are set up, they immediately go, they sit in a chair, someone cuts their hair. Right? For the women, it's just bad. There are some opinions, right, that you could cut. But stick with this. It's better. And you're like, I know what if I have 100% in every situation, if somebody else cuts my hair, right? I'm free on every angle. Right? From every aspect, I'm free. If someone else cuts my hair. So when you want to be safe, 100% safe, just let somebody else cut your hair. Right? Someone who's not in the state of ihram. That's the point. There's someone who's not in the state of ihram. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala sayyidina habibina Muhammadin wa alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam.
Okay, after you cut your hair, now you can wash your hands.
Yes, now you can wash your hands. Now you can go take a shower. You'll want to, right? You'll be looking for that moment to go scrub down really good and shower. Now, I want to talk about being a guest of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Were there any other questions about those steps? Your intention in entering into the state of ihram, tawaf, sa'i, cutting your hair. Any questions about that? No.
I have a question. How much of your hair as a woman? do you
Oh,
have
that's
to
very
cut?
important. Thank you. So, how much of your hair as a woman are you going to cut? Basically, the length of the tip of my finger until the line. Right?
Over your whole head or just a
So,
section?
there are two. You can gather it all in one and cut it, or you will divide it into 4 sections and cut one from each side. And of course, depending on how your hair is, that would also matter. If your hair is long enough, right, that it would be easy to gather it all in one and cut it, or bismillah. But it's still, even if you do it in 4 sections, you cut from that, one, it's easier. But not everybody has the ability to gather it all in one and cut it. Right. You're not trying to get it, bro. Let it go. No. So, let me say this. It is permissible for you to if you're going to make multiple umrahs, then don't cut it all off the first time. Why? Because if you come back tomorrow, you may not have anything. They might not have anything to change. So in that case, you will lower it. And you're gonna, especially if you intend to make 3, as Imam Zamir mentioned, so you're gonna lower it, but go home, you're going home with a bald head. Be ready. You're going home with a bald head. Inshallah. So, inshallah, it's better, but the best, the Prophet ﷺ said it's best if you take it all off. Now, not for women. That's for men. Not for women. I see the men, like, in a panic. Inshallah will give you back, inshallah. What you sacrifice for Allah, Allah will replace. Don't worry. Say inshallah. What you sacrifice for Allah, Allah will replace it. Yes.
What do you do with the hair when it's finished cutting it? Throw it in the garbage or?
So most sadly for the men, I think it ends up all on the barber floor, right? And they scoop it up. So there are some women, the same, some people you can keep it, you can bury it later. It's your disposal.
Yeah, because we're on here, cutting, you said you gather all together and make one cut.
So there are two. Either you gather it all together with one cut.
I'm going to the gathering. You gather the hair loose, or you put it in a ponytail. And
So when I mean gather, so imagine you have it all in one ponytail, right? And then you clip from here. But let's say your hair is in layers, or different. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. What's the better? Yes.
I have an unrelated question to the hair. It's pertaining to the footwear for the women. Can they wear, no, not yet?
No, you don't need to worry about footwear for women at all. When it comes to women, you're good. Yeah, when it comes to women, not your footwear, not your you alhamdulillah. Yeah. This is where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has really is very lenient with women as it relates to that. Going once, twice, 3 times related to those 5 steps. Okay, alhamdulillah. All right. I just want to go back to the slight side before that, just so we know. Being a guest of Allah, how do I behave as a guest? This is what I want to talk about. Now we can go. Thank you. The first one is when you have your intention. Now we mentioned one intention when we talked about what is Umrah. That you're going to present yourself in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But I cannot say enough. I literally want you to have a book of your intentions. I want you to start from now. What do you intend? Meaning, what is it that you want from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? So yes, Ya Rabbi, I intend to present myself to you. I intend to migrate towards you and your messenger. I intend, Ya Rabbi, that all of my sins will be forgiven. I intend, Ya Rabbi, to seek your pardon. I intend to be saved from the torment of the grave and the punishment of the hellfire. I intend that I may be guided right for the entirety of my life. I intend that my entire progeny will be from La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ya Rabbi, I intend that I intend to illuminate my heart, that you would illuminate my heart. Ya Rabbi, I intend to be saved from the fitna of Masih ad-Dajjal. Ya Rabbi, I intend the victory of Masjid al-Aqsa. Ya Rabbi, I intend a relief for the suffering of all Muslims all over the world. Ya Rabbi, I intend to be from amongst those who have istiqamah. Ya Rabbi, I intend to be from the people, to be amongst those who are righteous, that you consider the Salihin. Ya Rabbi, I intend by this action that I will be amongst those that are listed amongst those who have qunut, who are devoutly obedient. Ya Rabbi, I intend by this moment to walk away from every sin, from every transgression. Ya Rabbi, I intend to be molded and shaped completely by you. Ya Rabbi, I intend that my entire lineage would be guided. Ya Rabbi, I intend that I would be free and safe on Yawm al-Qiyamah. Just as many intentions as you can. Make them. Write them down from now. Right? Ya Rabbi, I intend healing for my body. I intend healing for every spiritual disease and sickness. I intend for my heart to be cured of trauma that I have endured. Ya Rabbi, I intend to be that you would heal me from any internal illnesses that I have. Ya Rabbi, I intend that I would be safe for the rest of my life from any mental depression or any mental illness. Ya Rabbi, I intend to walk in the footsteps of the righteous. Ya Rabbi, I intend to have the characteristics of our mother Hajar, our Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, and Nabi Allah Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Ya Rabbi, I intend to be from amongst those who are the people of taqwa. Ya Rabbi, I intend to obey the Quran, to follow the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Make as many intentions as you can and write them down. Why? So while you're on the journey, there you have them on repeat. Ya Rabbi, I intend everything that the Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam intended for himself and his progeny when he took these footsteps. I intend every righteous dua that is applicable for me, that our mother Hajar made while she was on Sara. Ya Rabbi, every khair that is a possibility in my life that you want for me, Ya Rabbi, I intend every khair you want for me, I intend it. Right? And I intend it for my spouse, and my children, and my friends, and those who pray for me, and those who support me. I intend it for all of them. Right? All those, make it. one umrah at a time. So as you're going for yours, meaning that you would have to leave outside, go to the miqat. We're going to the Masjid al-Aisha, right? So we will leave, exit, and go to the Masjid al-Aisha, right? You will make your ghusl at the hotel, go to Masjid al-Aisha, pray your 2 raka'ah, intend it from there at the miqat, and then re-enter back. Right? So you can't, I don't want you to think, subhanAllah, there was one of our young brothers who, he wanted to make multiple, right? So he made his umrah, right? He went back to his hotel, he took a shower, he prayed 2 raka'ah, and he went back to the house. Right? And he did that like 3-4 times, this kid. Right? Without going back to the top. In the end, how many umrahs did he have? Only one. Right? Man, no rewarding for his intention. But so you have to make sure that in order to do umrah again, you have to go back to the miqat and come back. That part is very important. You can only attend one at a time. The other one is when you are a guest of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, be grateful for every single thing. Be grateful. Right? Be so grateful that you don't have a moment to complain. Like, when you are a guest at someone's house, right? Whatever they serve you, you're happy with it. And even if you're not happy with it, you don't complain. Right? You don't say, when you're invited to, especially let's say you're invited to a dignitary's home, and they serve you certain food. You don't say to them, no, you should have served me. No, I didn't want steak. I wanted lobster instead. You should have given me lobster. That's what you should have cooked. Go back and tell your cooks in the kitchen to bring me lobster. Right? You won't do nothing. I'm not talking about a guest. You're not, I'm not talking about you visiting your parents. I'm talking about like, when you are a guest of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whenever He gives you, you're grateful for it. And mashallah, tabarak rahman, what I know Imam Zamir does, like in terms of your hotel, it's a 5-star hotel. You're like, it's a 5-star like umrah. We will have nothing to complain about. Why? Because Allah says if you are grateful, He will increase you. Right? If we're grateful, then inshallah Allah will invite us back. You ever have guests that you have in your house and you say, I will not invite them back. Right? The way they behave, I will not ask them to come back. Right? But when you're a guest of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you want to do your best. Right? Have the best adab. You want to be found, and I'll be thinking, thank you for bringing me to your house. SubhanAllah, and you brought me as an honored guest. Like, SubhanAllah, this beautiful hotel, you put me in this hotel. I have a choice, and the buffet is huge. Right? I have a choice of the different kinds of food I want to eat. There are 10 different drinks. You can have this, you can have that coffee, you can have this tea, you can have, SubhanAllah. You want to be grateful for the company, for whatever reason Allah has chosen this group of people, right? To make umrah together. Be grateful for the group. Even, Ya Rabbi, you know why you chose them for me. You know why you chose them as my companions. You know. Whatever you choose for me, I'm grateful. Right? The other thing is, leave your politics behind. Now, when I say leave them behind, you can take them to your dua. You 100% find yourself in Qiyamul Layl praying about Masjid al-Aqsa. But don't be found arguing and debating with the guard and like this person and that person about your politics. It's not the time for that. It's not. You've come to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the politics of the dunya to Allah azza wa jalla is small. It's small. You want something from Allah to do, you ask Allah. Because that's whose house you're in. You want Allah to guide the people, ask Allah. It's not the time for any arguing, wrangling, disagreement, nah. And if someone engages you, say, SubhanAllah, may Allah intervene. You smile and you go. May Allah intervene. Allahumma sa'an. Someone tries to engage need you. Right? Love and understand. May Allah guide all of our hearts. May Allah assist us. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum. I gotta go. Right? I've been called to my Lord. I gotta go. Right? But you want to leave it behind you. Lest you find yourself in an argument or a debate or a discussion about what Biden did, what Biden didn't do, and how he changed his. You have one thing for Biden. Ya Rabbi, give him hidayah. That's it. So we will leave it behind. Stay focused on your purpose. But you have to know it. When I say stay focused on your purpose, Allah said is bringing you to something. There's something you're meant to achieve while you're there. Try to assess it before you go. That'll be, maybe I'm the first in my family to make Umrah. Maybe I'm the first and only Muslim in my family. You sent me for their guidance. You sent me to your house to get something for my family, for my children, for my spouse, for my community, for my imam, for my whatever. What are you there for? Know it. Allah is not bringing you without purpose. So once you have that in your mind, Ya Allah, I know that I'm coming with a mountain of sin, and part of my purpose is I need to wake up. I need a pardon. So you're so busy in your istighfar, you're so busy reciting your Quran, you're so busy in your tawaf, you're so busy, and especially when it comes to tawaf, because you can't make tawaf anywhere else in the world. Many of the other ibadah that we're doing, right? You can do it other places, but when it comes to tawaf and sa'i, you can't do it anywhere else. So you gotta be focused. I know, subhanAllah, I know for our sisters, you're thinking about, oh my goodness, there's so many shams, right? And the scarves and the abayas I'll be able to get. Oh my goodness, and the gold. I know you have it on your mind. So make a part of your intention to support the halal economy. Right? Make that a part of your intention. Not to go shop. That won't be good. If you have an intention to shop, you will have wasted your time. But if you say, I intend to support the Muslims, I intend to support halal economy, right? By buying these abayas, I intend to obey the commandments in the Quran about modesty. Raise your intention, may Allah give you khair. Okay, keep your tongue wet with dhikr all the time. Dhikr Allah, dhikr Allah, dhikr Allah. Right? Make dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala without, let it be constant. Right? Have your tasbih, have your counter with you. Right? Whatever it is that keeps reminding you, dhikr of Allah, dhikr of Allah, dhikr of Allah. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala Muhammad. Is this the Sandman? He's coming to tell me he's serious?
On back for the sisters.
Yes, inshallah. I think we're,
With the sisters.
alhamdulillah. So I'll close on this, inshallah. Again, the same thing that applies for, of course, for the haram, you're in the haramain. What applies for the Kaaba, definitely, subhanAllah, when you're in the presence of the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I want you to cut the moment you step inside of Medina, you are in the presence of the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Right? How would you behave in the presence of the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam? How would you behave in the presence of the Sahaba? The ones that we've been reading about. Right? How would you behave in front of Habibullah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam? So of course, we want to do our best and the best adab in front of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Right? We want to have the best adab. Right? And don't anything, the same inside of Medina applies that you applied in Mecca. You don't want to kill anything. You're not going to argue. You're going to remind yourself that you are a guest, right? And that subhanAllah, this is khuluqul azim. You're going to visit the best of creation. You're going to visit the best of creation. Habibullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Imam al-Mursaleen. So you want to be on your best behavior. From your voice his ummah in his presence. How you are with those who are buried around him in Jannat al-Baqi. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك سيدنا حبيبنا مولانا محمد وعلى اله وصحبه وسلم. جزاكم عن خير. ان شاء الله we'll have a private session with the sisters ان شاء الله. اللهم بارك.
Takbir. 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 I've attended a lot of seminars sponsored by Sara International, and they always have good speakers, good sheikhs, but this morning we were thrilled to have our sister here who did this wonderful presentation. May Allah continue to bless her. Thank you so much, Sister Aisha, for coming all the way from Virginia to be with us here this morning. May Allah continue to bless her. She will come on later with a questions and answer session, and we will have her back, inshallah. I want to say salam alaikum to all the folks who are on Zoom this morning, who joined us, and welcome. I just want to add, in the state of Iran, what will take you out of the state of Iran that I should add? Every one of us have our cell phones. And when you're in the state of Iran, please do not go on social media. It will take you out of Iran immediately. Because on Facebook or any other social media, once you go on one thing, it leads to something else. And it may be the something else that will take you out of Iran. So keep your phone just for direction, just for information. When you're in the state of Iran, do not go on social media. I will also, when Sister Aisha spoke about politics, keep the politics home. Keep the politics, inshallah, on Tuesday. I encourage everyone to go out and vote. It is very, very, very important given the circumstances right now. I know there are folks who say, well, who will we vote for? Which one is worse? You decide. But you know, the masajids in Long Island, it's 2 consecutive weeks at Jummah they have been announcing that there are 180,000 Muslims in Long Island, Nassau and Suffolk, and only 18,000 vote. Your vote makes a difference. The politicians know that you vote, and they will respect you once they know you vote. They know that they have a solid block of Muslim voters. So keep the politics out of when you're there, but vote on Tuesday, November the 7th. We have with us now Sheikh Hamza. He's going to join us through Zoom. I want to welcome him. Is he ready, Sam? Sheikh Hamza Mabul, as we await him, I just want to say, there's still, you want to grab a bite as you're listening, grab your coffee, they have some food out there. Those of you who came in late, just grab it, sit down quietly as we listen to our Sheikh. I see my sister Sara is back at her desk. Ready? If Sheikh is not ready, I'll bring on. Okay. Our Imam Naja is here with us. We listened to his son who recited so eloquently. And his son, inshallah, we heard from Imam. May Allah bless Imam Naja and his family, and our little Muhammad Imam Naja as we wait Imam Naja.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. والعاقبة للمتقين ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين. والصلاة والسلام على رسولنا ونبينا وحبيبنا وشفيعنا محمد عليه وصحبه أجمعين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. respecting sisters and brothers, respecting sisters and brothers who are on the Zoom with us, and of course, respecting ulama, respecting Shaykh Amir. Before everything, we really supposed to be grateful because Allah selected and elected us to make intention, niyyat, for this beautiful journey. Thank you for Brother Shafiq, Sister Aisha, and of course Shaykh Zamil, who did great messages. Sister Aisha mentioned this hadith, إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ. The most important thing is our intention. Even for this trip, alhamdulillah, we did. Yes, Sara, mashallah, before any agency provided visas and tickets and everything, but our intention is more important. I would like to share a few things here. Shaykh Zamir, in the beginning, mentioned one ayat from Surah Al-Baqarah 196, because sometimes with deep respect, we don't know and understand. We know Hajj. We know Alhamdulillah, Hajj is pillar of Islam, 105. But Umrah is fard. It's our obligation. Allah's order. وَأَتِمُّ الْحَجَّ وَالْعُمْرَةَ لِلَّهِ. This is Quran. Whoever has health and wealth, we have to perform that. We are not tourists. We are guests of Allah, Duyufur Rahman. And our obligation, if we have wealth in our life, Allah will ask me and you, did you make it Umrah? Or no? Allah said, and perform and do Hajj and Umrah for Allah. So many beautiful messages, details, but for brothers and sisters who are first time, most of our travelers, mu'tamirs and travelers, be going first in Medina. Please don't be confused. I did 5 times Hajj and I remember very well the first time of my Hajj. I'm Imam. I know all these details. I was a little scared. But you are with us all the time. With group leaders, with imams, with scouts, not foreign. Plus, we will have similar seminars also in Medina. Yes, so many. Maybe, I forgot what Shaykh Zamir said. But Sister Aisha, this or that, no problem. It is not special to us. Of course. Don't be afraid and ashamed to ask big things over there. Allah said, oh my servant, ask from me, I will provide to you. Medina, because of Rawda, Mecca and Kaaba, because of Kaaba and Hajar al-Aswad, is a part of Jannah. We cannot be closer than the two places. Ask from Allah. I would like to share a few things from my experience, my journeys. I didn't know even, till Shaykh Zamir and Sara, who giving big motivation and service for many things. Last year, my group was almost 15 kids, youth and teenagers. This year, it's 20. Yes, we think our kids are the best, but reality, no. Today, we buy them last phone model, tomorrow is too old. They're not happy, this is reality. Wallahi, all that kids and youth, they're so excited, they like it. Most of them, this year, it is 20 of them coming in this group. Yes, Allah said, قُلْ سِيرُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ قُلْ سِيرُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ. Make trip on the earth and take the wisdom and lessons. Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he teach us and said, when you have planned for your trip, for your vacations, take 3 others to be in your plan. Masjid al-Aqsa, Medina and Mecca. With deep respect. Maybe I have more sins than anyone. But we are traveling a lot. Florida, Mexico, Puerto Rico, Dominico. I'm not sure, I didn't be over there because I was busy. Be sure that trips are halal, brothers and sisters. And don't say, I did Umrah, I did Hajj, and that's it. And some brothers and sisters, they're going 3-4 times during the year in these places. Cruise, 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, not expensive. Yes, brother, it is too expensive. 10,000, 15,000, plus haram, alcohol, all haram. Maybe that brothers, they had a lot of problem during the trip. They're ashamed to say truth. I would like to mention one Hafiz so far. I didn't know who is he actually, and every year when I did Hajj, he was for Hajj very well, maybe more than 80. But it was special lesson for me all the time. And he always take care about me, ask me some question. It was so interesting for me, One time I asked him, brother, his Hafiz, very famous Imam, big leader he was here, and Sara gave him special award 1 year, even I think this place. I asked him, brother, how many times you came here? Listen, answer. He said, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. But then he said, Wallahi. No, he said this thing. Imam, when you love someone, are you counting how many times you visiting him? When we love someone, are we counting how many times we visiting him? We love Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We would like to be under his umbrella on the day of judgment. We need his intercession and shafa'at. Whoever visit his grave, it seems like we visit him like when he was alive. We love him, and that's going to be going. Mecca too. But the last, his message was, he said, Imam, Wallahi, I don't know how many times I visited this place. For that reason, brothers and sisters, please, don't say, okay, inshallah, this year I'm going down. No, but our last dua to be all our trip and ibadah and hajj and umrah to be accepted and qabul, when we make wada, we watching Kaaba and say, oh Allah, accept all our good, these efforts and deeds and du'as and everything. But give me a chance again to be, inshallah, your guest. This is second. Yes, I said, first of all, it is our fard obligation. Second, we go and ask Allah to make us spiritually stronger and better for forgiveness. Like we said, ask, Allah knows everything. Maybe our spouse, they don't know something about us. Our parents, our children, but Allah knows. Don't be afraid. Ask, oh Allah, help me, give me, forgive me. Also physically. Yes, we are in the country of freedom, the country with the best hospitals, but many times, many sicknesses, we going, diagnosis, doctor, they don't know. Or we getting very dangerous and bad diagnosis. I am also with 1 year, one sister from California. I know that she will not be mad because I'm mentioning Sister Sharon Bibi, is it? Listen, she used to come from one very rich family. She used to see the best hospitals, but she was in wheelchair 3, 4, 5 years. She called all his agents, including Sara, can I come for Hajj? And of course, even Sheikh Zamir, he said, listen, do you have someone to help you because you're in a wheelchair? Husband or son or brother or someone? She didn't have it. Listen to this. Because I'm witness. When someone talking, he said, is it impossible? You know? Because Shaitan always coming, to teach us what is, Finally, Shaitan said, listen, I will take care. I will put my scout. We're going to see a lot of scouts, guys, who are going to be with us, inshallah, imams. Her first visit and tawaf around the Kaaba, she was in wheelchair. I don't know exactly what was circle, first, second, third, fourth. After 5 years, after visiting all hospitals and doctors, she said to the scout, stop. I feel something special. The scout stopped and she wake up and stand from wheelchair. Subhanallah. Subhanallah. And many other things. Sometimes, we call we call one of the dangers, the bad, worst sickness today, cancer. But this is ajal, brothers and sisters. Sometimes, second, third, fourth stadium of cancer, people, doctor said no chance. People going over there, dua, zam, and people coming, good and okay. From this and many other reasons, sisters, alhamdulillah, let's be grateful, inshallah, because Allah selected us. Make dua, be spiritually ready. Yes, this is personal ibadah, worship act, but also this is collectively. Sometimes, our patience, our help, it is reason to be our Umrah or Hajj completely accepted, inshallah. From that and many other reasons, Mubarak, congratulations, and inshallah, see you during this all trip. Yes, you're gonna get also, you have your imams and group leaders, but Sara is like family. It's gonna be a lot of imams and group leaders and scouts. Everybody will be ready to help you, inshallah, and you're also supposed to be ready. Again, Allah help and reward our Shaykh Samir and his family. I have to tell, he is with us, with our community, almost 15, 20 years. He was not only sponsor for this youth and children, he was main sponsor for many other projects in our community, especially for kids. And when I introduce himself to others who don't know Shaykh Zamir, I always starting and saying about his kids, about Muhammad Adnan, about his daughter Sara, about Sani Ahmed. Yeah, this is something. For that reason, brothers and sisters, inshallah, next year I would like to see more kids, your kids, more grandchildren. Believe me, this is the best investment, and the best trip, and the best present for them. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Imam Najah says, there's no limit to visit someone you love. If you love Allah, keep returning to Him, inshallah. Thank you for that advice, Imam Najah. Thank you so very much. It's always a pleasure listening to you. We will have Sheikh Hamza Mahmoud out of, he's not coming on. Okay, so our next Sheikh Hamza was supposed to join us from Chicago, but the time changed and everything else. Haji Shamir, he was with us, he has to do the presentation. In the meantime, calling Haji Shamir, in the meantime, as we are meeting Haji Shamir, I would just like to add that on my very first trip to Hajj, in 2003, I said to myself as I was leaving home, I read my 2 rakat, and I sat in my living room, and I said to myself, I'm going on this trip by Allah's invitation. And ya Allah, give me the patience to deal with whatever happens on this trip. And trust me, when you get there, you will realize some of the things that you are expecting you may not see or you may not get, because it's beyond the control of Imam, it might be beyond the control of Sara, but things do happen. So have the patience as you embark on this trip as a guest of Allah, and just have the patience to deal with any uncertainties. I remember distinctly on the day of Arafat, Imam told us our lunch will be arriving at police escort. So we expect our lunch at 2 o'clock the day. Our lunch came 10 o'clock the night. And I said to Imam that this lunch was coming from New York. So things happen just beyond Imam's control. So the advice I'm giving is that everyone just have that patience. Things are going to happen, things are not going to happen, you know. And Imam mentioned the hotel, the Hyatt Hotel. It's right across from the Kaaba, the Haram. There are lots of restaurants in that plaza downstairs. Make use of that, inshallah. There are lots of, you could eat the McDonald's over there, you could have all the other burger, cake and everything else. You're in the Holy Land. Haji Shamir, we're waiting Haji Shamir, he was with us. In the meantime, I'll ask Imam to join us again. Imam's on here.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. On a quick note, sisters traveling for Umrah, there are always sisters masail pertaining to Umrah. The fiqh of Umrah pertaining to sisters. So follow me quickly on this. These questions will be answered directly by Sheikh Aisha. When we leave here, the brothers will go downstairs for Salah, the sisters will remain upstairs, but the sisters will have a moment of privacy with Sheikh Aisha. You can ask all the personal questions that you wish, and she will give you those answers. Sara International Travel, we take pride in saying this. We make special preparation for sisters' Umrah. Your trip is at least 8 to 9 days in Mecca, Medina. If a sister may not be in a state of tahara, cleanliness, at the time that you know that we will be performing Umrah, we take the responsibility as soon as you arrive in Medina. As soon as you arrive in Medina, let us know. We will take you with our staff to Mecca with escort. Our staff will take you into Mecca, make sure that you perform your Umrah and return you back to Mecca in the night. To Medina, sorry. They will take you by the train, the high-speed train, 2 hours, 10 minutes. They will wait, they will give you an opportunity to pray at least 3 or 4 salah in the Haram in Mecca. Because if you are not in a state of cleanliness, you're not allowed to enter the Haram. Okay? There are other fatwa on this, that a sister may take a shower and apply certain things, and they can go and make the tawaf and make the sa'i and leave. They do not pray the salah. At Sara Travel, we know that you are going for that purpose. And your intention it is to perform a correct Umrah like anyone else. And we do not want to deprive you from that. So we will make arrangements to take you upon your arrival from Medina to Mecca on the first day that you arrive. Let us know. So your Umrah will be, alhamdulillah, 100%. You will leave Mecca and you will leave with a full conviction. I have done a proper Umrah. Okay, that's the first point I want to make. Second, everyone's visa is approved. There's no rejection of visa. Your airline tickets, all airline tickets are printed. Because of the fact we just returned back yesterday from Guyana, we were not able to have all printed yesterday to give you in person today. But we will email those tickets that were not delivered prior. You will be receiving that tomorrow, inshallah, in your email box. Feel free to call our office if you need any assistance in making seat selection. We will request Turkish Airlines to have a designated area in the aircraft for our group when traveling. Once the group is seated together, you will be able to change around passengers at your choice of seats. Saudi Airline will request the same. Now, some brothers and sisters want a seat of preference in the upper rows. These seats are paid for. So you will have to pay if you would like to request a seat that gives you more leg room in the front of the aircraft near to the exits. You can call Saudi Arabian Airline, you can call Turkish Airline. I think it's about $100 if you would like to have those leg room space. We have all the accessories there for everyone. If there is an item that you're not receiving here, you will get it at the airport also. We will have question and answer after Hajj Shamir. That will be general question and answer. And inshallah, we will break for Salat al-Zuhr. While Sister Aisha Prime will conduct a private moment with the sisters upstairs for at least 15-20 minutes, inshallah. Our staff, no one will be requested. On our trips in Sara Travel, there is no money that we will ask you to pay on the leg of your trip. So don't think that you will have to pay us hidden fees. No. In the history of this company, perhaps this is the only company, and I take pride in saying this, we have never asked even Ministry of Hajj impose fees in the time of Hajj, $500-600. We were the only company that is recorded in America that has never gone behind the Hajjis for $1. All that we will ask you to be generous to our staff, and we normally ask $25 per person as a gratuity to our staff. $25, take that money and put it aside. They will go out of their way to be generous to you. I know some, they go beyond. But we ask everyone to have $25 and keep that, because sometimes they push you with you, sometimes they take you shopping, sometimes they are there for you. The boys are going to be there 24 hours in the reception desk of every hotel. You will see at least 10 of them seated here. They have one common uniform. They will wear a vest over a t-shirt, an orange t-shirt. They will be there from the airport to the airport. Sam, you want to bring this answer for me, please? Sorry, okay. The one in the box. This is 5 liters of Zamzam, and this will be given to each and every one of you as a gift on your departure. Everyone, the Zamzam will have a sticker of Sara International Travel based on your name will be described and your telephone number and your home address. So inshallah, we will give you a marker at the hotel with a sticker. You will write your name, address, and telephone number, and that will be shipped from Jeddah Airport directly to the United States. That will be coming with you on the flight. This is a gift that you will bring back to share with your relatives, your friends and family, inshallah. If there's any suggestions from you that you think that we can better your trip at any time, you have any suggestion, feel free to come forward and talk to us. We are here to make your journey a memorable one, inshallah. Jazakumullahu khairan jazak.
Thank you, ma'am. Our next presenter is a person who traveled extensively, and he made several Hajj, several Umrah, and he's traveled all over. But I would just like to speak about the generosity of this brother. He always invests in a gift, to give to someone that the gift is beneficial for you in terms of the remembrance of Allah. I remember in 2017, before we were going to make the Hajj, he gave to me and my wife a gift that was very, very useful. This is no other, he's an exceptionally good brother. May Allah reward him. His name is Haji Shamir. Haj, please come forward.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد النبي الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. اللهم ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا يا مولانا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم واهدنا ورجع بنا إلى الحق وإلى طريق مستقيم. My dear beloved guests of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, very often we think about how much we're spending for Hajj and Umrah in dollars, and we never ever think about how much we are gaining. Every footstep you made coming here today, Allah remove sins, elevate you, because your journey has started. Every time you pray Salat in the Haram, 100,000 times. Not only before Salat, because after every form Salat, guess what you pray? Salatul Janazah. Every single Salat. Salatul Janazah will be rewarded 100 more times. When you go to Mount Uhud, you will see the range of Mount Uhud. And you know what's the blessings for one Janazah? As much as Mount Uhud. And if you follow the Maya to the Kaaba, it's twice as Mount Uhud. So never, ever think about how much you're spending. Look at how much you're gaining. All your sins will be forgiven. Never stand in front of the Kaaba. Or Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Inna safa wal marwata min sha'airillah. The mountain of Safa and Marwa are the signs of Allah. This is where du'as are accepted. And never go in front of Allah's house with the opinion that Allah will not forgive your sin, because Allah says, O son of Adam, if you come to me, لو بلغت ذنوبك على السماء ثم استغفرتني غفرت لك. That, O son of Adam, if you come to me with sins from the earth to the sky, I'll forgive you. O son of Adam, if you come to me with sins as big as the ocean, I will forgive you. Our Lord is the most gracious and the most generous of our Lord, and you are his servants, you are his guests. Think about if the Amir of Kuwait or the Amir of Dubai invited you, or the King of Saudi Arabia in his palace. How do you feel? This is the King of all kings. This is the Lord of all the worlds. There are so many miracles that happen in front of the Kaaba. People who could not speak, spoke. People who could not see. People who could not walked. This is the faith of your Lord. So, quickly, very quickly, with regards to logistics. Now, sisters, at Safa and Marwa, for the first time, I was in Mecca. I just came back this Sunday. At Marwa, when you finish your sa'i, there are sisters, there young sisters with scissors. They will really cut your hair right here. But if the guards see them, the guard's going to take away the scissors. So I gave this one sister 50 riyal to cut my wife here. And the guard took away the scissors, said, don't worry, I have more scissors. And they will easily cut your hair right here at Marwa for 10 riyal. So inshallah, walk with that and you can get your hair cut right here at Marwa. So you'll be out of the state of Ihram when you get out, right? This is the first time I'm seeing that. So there are a bunch of sisters who are doing that. Now, dear brothers and dear sisters, the hotel that you will be staying in Medina, there are many things I want to talk to you about, but these are some very important things and I want you to make note of it. The hotel that we are staying in Medina is moving pick. And they're outer gates of the Haram. And they are doors of the masjid. They do not correspond. The gates in front of Movenpick are gate 328, 327, and 326 in big bold red letters. You will see that. So you're not gonna miss, you know. The corresponding gate is different gate. For the brothers, if you want to pray in the original masjid the Rasulullah established and go all the way up to the Rawdah, you have to enter gate, the outer gate, 333. And if you want to pray Salatul Tahajjud, you will walk straight up. And you will see the member of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is only for the brothers. You can go all the way up and pray in the original masjid of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Very, very close to the Rawdah. This is gate number 333, door 21 on the masjid, 21 and 22. Door number, this is on the actual masjid when you get into the masjid, right? Gate number 21 and 22. Now, in Medina, in Mecca, we are staying at the Hayat Regency, which is Khalil Ibrahim Road, and that is called Jabal Umar. You know why it's called Jabal Umar? Umar's house was right here. And across the street, in the old Hilton, which is called the Millennium Tower, this was where Abu Bakr house was, it's a Musalla. Inshallah, we'll explain that to you, so when you get there, you know. So when you leave your hotel from Hayat Regency, you will go to gate number 74. And you will easily enter, you and your wife, if you're walking, you go through gate number 74 in Mecca, take the elevator 2 stairs up. As soon as you enter, on the right hand side is the brothers, and the left hand side is the sisters. So you and your husband can go together, you'll be close to each other. Inshallah, this is in Mecca. Now, dear brothers and dear sisters, 10 riyal is 2.6 US dollars. And I ask you, every single day that you're in Mecca and Medina, give 10 riyal. Oh Allah, this is for my dead father in the day. Oh Allah, this is for my mother. Every single day you're in Mecca and Medina, give 10 riyals. You know what's that? Just $5 per day. What is $5 per day for your parents? We want to make this very spiritual. Give the sadaqah. How you give sadaqah? You know the people that are cleaning? You can't give it openly because you have to run for your life. Sisters, you give the sisters who are cleaning the masjid secretly in their hand. You pass by, you give them. Don't do it openly because it will all crowd you. I have seen a sister, she wants to be generous and she took out the money and she had to literally run for her life. Because all the cleaners surrounded her, so you have to do things something. I'm asking you, before you go to Rasulullah, give charity before you enter that masjid. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, you know what was his first word in Mecca? From his blessed lips? Afshu salam, give salam to the people. Wa'aqimu tu'am. You know people go to Mecca and Medina and they don't smile? Smiling is the sunnah. Smile to everybody, the guards, the people. And give salam. You know what happens when you shake your brother's hand and you smile? Sins fall off. And you're getting an opportunity to do it in the best place in the world. Always smile. You'll be stressed out, you'll be tired, but keep this smile on your face. It uses less muscle to smile than to keep a grim face. Always smile and shake people's hand. Now, when I was there, I went downstairs in both hotels has Bin Dawood, it's a big supermarket. And I bought, you see that Zamzam water over there? 5.35 riyal. And I drank Zamzam water every single day. And I was not hungry. And the only reason I ate, I hope my wife was not looking, because my wife had to eat. Make dua with the Zamzam water. Make wudu with the Zamzam water. Use the Zamzam water. Drink as much as you can, because Zamzam water, whatever you ask for, you will get the dua. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala it's gonna reward you. So now, Mash Kuba. When I'm there, the Prophet said, and this is how you're gonna get, listen to me very carefully. You will come back with several Umrah and several Hajj complete also. The Prophet ﷺ said, when you're in Medina, if you make wudu in your hotel and you go to Masjid Kuba with the intention of praying 2 rakat salat, you will get what? 1 complete Umrah. So me and my wife, we do that every single day. When you come out from your hotel, you will see legitimate taxis. They're a bluish kind of color. They will take 60 riyal to take you to Masjid Kuba, wait for you, and bring you back to the hotel. You know what's that? That's less than $20, and you get 1 Umrah. And you can do that every single day. Why miss the opportunity?
4 people can go inside a taxi.
Yes, and 4 people go inside a taxi. Every time I go that. First thing, after Fajr Salat, I go there and I come back, and then I have my breakfast with my wife. Now, how do you get the reward of Hajj? After Fajr Salat, sit there in that place and make zikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You will see many Hajis doing that. 15 minutes after sunrise, you will see they get up and they make 2 rakat, Ishraq. And what is the reward for that? Complete Hajj and Umrah. Complete Hajj and Umrah. If you can do that every single day, how much Hajj and Umrah are you coming out with? You're going there to purify yourself, to come back, to use every single resources you can. And these are some very helpful tips to do that now. In Medina, I'm going to show you this, and many of you may be scared of this. You see a picture here? This is called ijama. This is called cupping. Angel Jibreel told Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that there is no better shifa than cupping or the honey. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Al-Quran, honey, shifa to linnas. Every time I drink it, say, Allah, give me shifa. This is called zaytuna cupping. And this is wet cupping. You know Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he had a headache in Hajjatul Wida, and he did cupping in the middle of the head. How is cupping done? And it's an old tradition dating back to the Chinese, dating back to the Pharaoh, but it has significant medical benefit. All of us have aches and pains, knee pain, back pain, headache. So how cupping is done? It's a bit painful, but without pain there is no gain. They take a razor blade and they make tiny gashes on you. First they take a suction cup and suck, pull up your skin, and then they make tiny gashes. And then after that they put another suction cup and it pulls out all the blood. I had 10 done on my back here, all the way down. I can still feel the effect of the cupping on my lower back. And this zaytuna is just next to Masjid Kuba. You will see it past, there's a big hospital there. Zaytuna, and it's for men and women. Men can go as early as 5 a.m. Women can, the sisters, these are professional licensed ijama. The sisters can get it done around 7 a.m. And when you finish, they will call Uber for you, only 17 riyal back to your hotel. So dear brothers and dear sisters, for our brothers, each one of you is going to get a slipper. Here, for your brothers. Sisters, you know there's no restriction for you. You can wear whatever you want, right? So we have these slippers. This one is a bit painful when you wear it the first day, but it has little notches. It helps your feet. And trust me, I had this pair of slippers, right? And I walked over 50 miles with these slippers. When I was in Palestine in August, every single day I was walking over 20,000 steps. In these same slippers, one like this. When I went for Umrah in Ramadan, I wear the same slippers. 23 miles the first day. When I went back, this time I wear the same slippers, and believe me, I looked in Mecca and Medina, and I could not see any slippers that look like this, so you can never miss it. And this goes in your bag, right? So they're this type here for all the men, and they're different sizes, and this is super light. So brothers and sisters, brothers, when you do your sa'i, the marble is very hard, especially coming up Safa and Marwa. They are 4-inch square tiles, and the reason why they are 4-inch square tiles is so you don't slip. So I would advise you to wear your slippers. It could be a backpack. When you make your sa'i, brothers, wear your slippers, because your foot, you'll be walking for 3 miles. Please, this is a spiritual and physical journey. I see the brothers coming. It's time for me to cut short. But may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all of you and take care of you. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept this umrah. And I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, this is going to be a life-changing moment from every one of you. You're getting a wealth of information that I have not seen given to any group, because I've been listening to umrah presentation across this world, from London to Toronto, Australia for 30 years.
Thank you so much, Auntie Shamir. Thank you very much for your enlightenment, and what you said is not what you spend, it's what you get in reward when you go to Allah's house. My dear brothers and sisters, one morning I was going to Tahajjud. I wake up early and in Makkah, and as I was heading towards the Kaaba, there's small stores that sell snacks and food, and I heard a brother is going Sabil, 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 and I see a lot of people is going towards the store. I do not know Arabic, so I don't know what he was saying. So I said, this brother is doing a lot of business, because everybody's going to collect their orange juice and their sandwich. So next morning again, I see Sabil, 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 and people just going in and coming out. And as a business person, I said, what's going on here? You know, this guy is doing a lot of business. Sabil, the person who was saying Sabil, was inviting everyone to come to have a free food. And how this is done. Someone, brother Haji Shamir, spoke about 10 riyal, equivalent to $2 and something dollars, US dollars. You can go and give, or you could stand there, go to the shop owner and give him 100 riyal. And you could get a food for 5 riyal or 10 riyal, and you could feed 10 people. If you do 100 US, you could feed over 50 to 60 people. Am I right, correct, Imam? And you stand up there and you give the food out yourself, and of course it's Sabil, and you will see how fast. As one of the speakers said, it doesn't have to be rich or poor. Once you give that food, you will get it back in return. And people need that food, I can tell you that. You see so many people who are there that just go to grab the food that you're giving. So my dear brothers and sisters, those of you who are going for the first time, may Allah take you safely, because this is your very first time. For those of you who made Umrah before, you know what you're going into. For those of you who did not make Hajj yet, when you get there for this Umrah, make that special dua. Ask Almighty Allah to take you for the Hajj, because the Hajj is what is compulsory. Hajj is opening back. We heard Imam said he's an agent for one of the companies in Makkah. Inshallah, it's become easier because we know all what happened since COVID. So make your intention, make that dua. And remember, when you go there, give your salam to Holy Prophet Muhammad Mustafa Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam on my behalf, and for those who wouldn't be there. It's now time for questions and answers. We have Imam, we have Imam Naja, we have Haji Shamir, we have Sister Aisha. Any questions and answers right now? Now is the time to ask the question. I do not know if we have the facility for questions on Zoom. Sami, do we have the facility for questions on Zoom? Yeah, so any person who's looking at us on Zoom this morning, kindly ask your question. It will be conveyed and we will answer it. Any questions right now? Imam, for Sister Aisha. And, yeah, go ahead, Sister.
Invite Sister Aisha in front.
Sister Aisha, could you come in front? Sister Aisha. Okay. Imam Naja? You want to come in case of any question? Okay. Imam and Sister Aisha. Sister Aisha, must tell you I'm impressed with your presentation. Yes, for real. Okay. We still have some time. We have 10 minutes before Wadu want to make for Salah. We have our Chief Logistics Officer, Haji Atif. I've never seen a guy who does a good job for Sara. We all work together, and we're here. Any questions? Oh, sister, go ahead.
My only question is about the present situation that is going on in the area. I hope our flights don't get cancelled or something coming back. So in that case, what would happen? Something like that could happen.
That's a good question. The question, Imam, is that because given the circumstances right now in the Middle East, if anything is wrong with the flight coming back, what provision is being made by Sara?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The first thing I would like everyone to know that you are going on a one carrier only. Single carrier, meaning you're going by either Turkish airline complete journey or by Saudi Arabian airline complete journey. So if you were going with two carriers, then your flight could have been interrupted and one wasn't matched to the over. But because of the fact we are going to be on one carrier only, it is easy for us that if there's a delay, the airline picks up the responsibility at all times. In any case, the airlines will be fully responsible for our movement from one country to another. Now, in the event that you would like to take out insurance, we do recommend, you're welcome to take out insurance, and you have at least 10 days prior to the departure of your trip. Even a week before, you can take out insurance, and you can take out the basic insurance, which is like coverage for your for about $3,000. You can take out or $4,000, which will cost you maybe like $200 only. This will give you full coverage of your airline costs and your hotel's stay. If you want to take out beyond that, your Umrah visa gives you coverage, and we do have insurance, medical insurance for everyone under your Umrah visa. So we will have a copy of that insurance. In the event anyone gets sick in Makkah and Medina, you have full coverage of health. That insurance that we have will cover you in any hospital in Makkah, Medina. But if you want to take out an extended policy, that's where you will go online and you can research reviews of, there's so many, and you can make your choice, inshallah, on that. We do not see any, and we're speaking in honesty here, we're not going to any country that there is presently any war. Alhamdulillah, we are going to, the countries that we will be visiting, they are all safe, inshallah, and there is no more place safer than Makkah and Medina. Makkah and Medina will be the most protected land on this earth until the day of Qiyamah, inshallah.
Those of you who are going through Turkey, Turkey is not like JFK. The airport in Istanbul is one building, and it's a huge building. Last year I was going to Jerusalem, and our flight got delayed from New York, and you had to rush to get that connected. In fact, we had a short connected flight from our gate to the gate that was going to Tel Aviv. So please, it's a huge airport. Give yourself time. For those of you who have to walk, it's a very long distance. Imam advised me before I left last year to go to Mashallah, Sabadat. So it's just a reminder for those of you on the Zoom, those of you who are going through Istanbul, just be careful with that. Give yourself time to get to the gate and hustle if you don't have time. Airlines, at these, Haji Atif, assist over there. In this day and age, since COVID, we have seen what's going on with airlines, and we have no control about the flights. So bear that in mind. Question.
When we go to Istanbul, the ones that are going to Dubai, do we have to take out our bags and do it ourselves, or one
No,
time?
the bags are booked directly to Dubai if you're going to Dubai.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
We don't have to move bags and.
If you're going to Medina, the bags are.
Each and every group, there will be instructions on the very day of your departure. Everything will be told to you before you arrive at the airport. For example, those who are going to Dubai, you will be told to be at the airport at least 3 to 4 hours before departure. On every flight, be at the airport 3 to 4 hours before departure, inshallah. Your luggages will be checked to your final destination. If you're going on to Dubai, you only transited through Istanbul. That means you will not see your luggage in Istanbul. You will pick it up at the final destination. If you're going to Medina on the first flight, your luggage will be checked to Medina instead of Riyadh. So you will see on your luggage tag that your luggage is going to. If you are going to Jeddah, you will have to pick your luggage up at Jeddah. Okay, you will pick your luggage up in Jeddah. On a quick note here, make sure that your phone is working and it has access to WhatsApp. That's the key. The success of this trip is to follow the instructions also. And roommates, we are asking you to share information with everyone in your room on a daily basis. Just keep reminders and make sure you set your time, your clocks. We will announce the timing for every salah. For every day, you will have timing for salah. Rawdah passes. The Rawdah passes, inshallah, our team in Medina, our office in Medina, they are presently working in securing the Rawdah passing. So the Rawdah passing for us is an automatic thing now because the fact we are going only with Umrah visa. So when we arrive here, we will have a group pass for all the brothers on this group to go together. You will be led by staff, you will be taken into the Rawdah, and you will be allowed at least 30 to 45 minutes to make your ibadah, inshallah. The sisters, likewise. Sisters will escort you into the Rawdah al-Sharifa, al-Mubarak al-Nawawi, and they will show you what to do, inshallah, at that time. Some people, some of the sisters, if you know that you will not be in a state of cleanliness upon that date of appointment, let us know quickly so we can try our utmost best to have an earlier pass or a later pass for you privately. Alright? We have Sara will be on the group and Sister Sheikh Aisha will be on the group. If there's things that you need to communicate with family and stuff are concerned, feel free to communicate with these sisters, inshallah. Our home staff will be still working, and you can also communicate with us. They will also relate messages to us.
Thank you, ma'am. Go ahead.
I have a question that, it's divided into different platinum programs. So will individuals who are in, let's suppose, platinum will their hotel rooms be within next to each other to make it easy?
Everyone in all the programs are staying in the same hotels.
Okay.
If you're going on Platinum 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, you're in the same hotel. But what is different is the timing. So that's why it's called Platinum 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's the timing of arrival. You are on Platinum 2. So your departure is on the 20th and your return is back on the 30th. So you will arrive in Jeddah on the 21st, inshallah. And then you will be transferred by our ground staff from Jeddah Airport to Medina.
Please follow the instructions from the WhatsApp group that Sara provided. Follow the instructions of the leaders on the ground. One year we went to Hajj, sister could not be accounted for, and the message came back to the hotel. Her husband said, okay, I'm going to look for her. He was lost for 2 days and the sister came back after 3 hours. So just follow the instructions of the staff from Sara International Travel. Please, that's very, very important. Questions? It's now 12:52. Yeah, brother, go ahead.
Thank you, brother. wheelchair facility provided or easily accessible to the less fortunate or basically, people get some kind of problem.
Okay, Bismillah. Anyone who needs wheelchair at airports, we must know that. So you will call the office tomorrow and let us know you will need wheelchair so we can note that in your airline ticket. So wheelchair will be granted to you as soon as you check in, and there will be wheelchair at Istanbul arrival to take you out and to bring you back on the departure at Istanbul airport and Dubai arrival. That is those who need wheelchair at airports. Those who will need wheelchair for Umrah performance, you can tell us that now, or you can tell us that in Medina. Our staff in Saudi Arabia will be there to take care of all your needs, inshallah. Wheelchair, if you also need someone to push you while you are in Makkah or Medina, we can arrange that, but there will be a fee attached to that. There will be a fee because we have to bring someone who will be taking on that responsibility full time, and they will push you to, if you want to go shopping, they'll be like a keeper to you, inshallah, aid to you. All right?
Also, now there are electric scooters who want to make tawaf with that. See Brother Sami. Brother Sam and I discovered it last year when we were there, not last year, this year during Ramadan. So who want to use the electric scooters? Any other questions right now? It's now 12:54. Just now will be time for Zohar. Go ahead, brother.
Do we need to have riyal before we leave, or we'll have it over here?
What's the question?
Exchange.
You could have the exchange done here at your local bank, but it's always better when you do it in Saudi Arabia. But some people like to walk, by the time they get there, they have riyals in the pocket. You know, you could get that where you want to get it from over here, but the exchange is better in Saudi.
You may not need riyals upon your arrival for no reason at all. But when you arrive in Saudi Arabia, whether you arrive at Riyadh or Jeddah, there is banks as soon as you exit the immigration. Money changer. You can change there and you will get a better value for your currency than if you were to change in the United States. Take a few dollars. Despite that I told you to take $100 notes, take a few small currency notes like a 20, 10, and 5. If you want to be generous, let's say somebody assisted you to push your suitcases out and you want to give them a token of appreciation, but then you'll give them one small note. You don't have to change it into riyals. You can give them American currency, $5 of appreciation. That's it. Make sure, a quick note here, medication is very important. You have that with you. And that will be in your hand carrier. Your cash divided into two parts also at all time. Part you will keep in your wallet, and part you will keep in another pocket. Do not put all your cash in one pocket at any time, or in one, for the sisters, their money carrier, their purse. Make sure you have that at different points. Always, inshallah, try to eat something to keep yourself going at all times. Maybe some candies or some unperishable crackers or so. Try to keep that you munching something. So you may want to take that with you and you will keep that there. Or you will purchase right at the hotel when you arrive. You have so many products that is made up of dates. And fresh juice also you can have there all the time.
Yes, my experience in Istanbul, the exchange is better outside in Turkey than the airport. So that's my experience. We're going to break now. We're going to have Sister Aisha for our sisters who may have questions for Sister Aisha. And Azan will call in a few minutes. I guess now it's 12:56, 12:57. On behalf of Sara International, I would like to thank the management of Masjid Rahman, the president, the trustees, and the executive board for making this possible for us to be here this morning. And I thank all of you for attending. May Allah take you safely, return you safely. May Allah accept your umrah. With these few words, I say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and thank you once again.
sure you pick up your ihram and other stuff before you leave, inshallah. And we will be here for another hour and a half, inshallah. So